What Up Dope podcast, where real Detroit roots meet global conversations. I'm your host, or at least one of them, bringing you stories that inspire, challenge, and connect us from the D to the world, from culture and faith to community and creativity. This is where voices rise, truth speaks, and unity lives. Tap in, subscribe, and let's talk about it. Because here, everyone's got a story. What up, though?
East side of
What up, though? Thank y'all for watching the What Up, Though podcast. We are coming to you from Thailand, Maryland, and Michigan, all in one.
Exactly.
Indeed,
My
indeed.
boy
What up,
Derek
though?
Jones, DJ Justice.
What up, though?
DJ Justice, my King family.
Yes. I'm hoping everything was right with connection and everything. You know, we a bunch of friends just talking, so we gonna just do this raw. We ain't playing nothing other than the time. So we gonna ask each other, talk to each other, get to know him, how we got to this episode. I'm gonna give him a little bit of backstory there.
So, go ahead.
Derek, we interviewed him a long time ago. And so at the time, I could tell now. So I was using an account that wasn't mine, I just say. And so I couldn't go back and get the footage of the whole video. We only had the reels. So I was like, dang, I lost all that footage because I was doing wrong. See, I should have my own stuff to be legit. Now I got my own Zoom account. Yeah. Saved in my cloud. Yeah. And see, nice. I shouldn't be that, especially with DJ Justice. Now, I knew better than that. But
that's cool. It's cool. We still here.
I stand corrected, and we doing it right this time. We got our own Zoom that's owned by the What Up Dope podcast.
Nice. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all for doing this.
Yes.
Appreciate you coming back on, man.
Yes. And we're gonna do it good. Now we coming. This is our first podcast, and we're doing it from Thailand. So it is morning here. Let me give them an exact time stamp, 7:29 a.m. And what time is it where you at, Derek?
It's 8:29 p.m. So Eastern Standard. So
Eastern, 8:29 p.m. It's the hour difference p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah. So I
looked up your time before we got on.
And the nighttime at the same time.
I know it's cool, ain't it?
Yeah.
We get ready to go to bed. You waking up.
Yes, I love it. So
so
we was just kicking it,
So let's recap some things. Like I know when we first talked to you, we wanted to know, how you got into like your love for DJing, right? And then just if you can just kind of first just highlight kind of where you are, family, what you're doing, and then just how you got into your love for DJing and how long you've been doing it, man.
Okay, we live down in Maryland now, near Fort Meade. All my wife, my son, and I work for the government. So right now we're furloughed, and zero pay. So the big goose egg.
Right now. It was different last time.
We'll get into that. I was gonna ask a little bit about that too. We'll get into it.
Yeah, and then we been out here for a little while now, and came down here via a what do you call those things? A recruiting fair at University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, in 2014. So we've been out here since 2014 now. And I think like I said, not to dive into too much other stuff, but and can we cuss in this podcast too? If it slips out, or you prefer PG?
No,
I want you to be
look, man.
We ain't got no sense.
We grown
family.
folks out here.
We family. Tell her like it is.
We grown folks.
We trying to get Kwame on here so he can tell us about Detroit. So we want to breathe.
That'll be very interesting. That right there, I would love to see. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see that interview. As far as like to go into the DJing thing, like I should have been doing this in '93, and I had a passion for it back then, or had a a little itch for it back then. And a friend of mine was a DJ at Fair State. Um, DJ Blends, not 313, but DJ Blends from Fair State, used to let me go up and mess around in his attic and mess around with his record player or his techniques, turntables and everything. And I go up there
Oh,
and mess with the records, and I'm going through his what do you call it? This craft work and Juan Atkins. So I'm playing R9, I'm playing, Cosmic Rain Dance, I'm playing what's the other one that Technicolor, all these hits from back in the day. And I think
yeah.
when I was playing something
Technicolor used
on
to
his
be the jam. Technicolor was the
oh yeah,
jam.
yeah. And
Don't
I was
sweat
playing
the
I was playing
techniques.
Technique
I said, don't
turntables.
sweat the techniques.
Oh yeah, don't sweat the hell yeah. But they're not knowing that they were as expensive as they are, I didn't know any better. And I didn't know anything about needles and everything back then. And like I said, I was really getting into it. And and this idiot that I know named me um was scratching on this turntable. And when I was scratching on this turntable, and I'm really getting, I didn't know my own strength or whatever. I know, kind of, I got a retard strength. So I'm scratching on this turntable, and I'm thinking I'm really, really, really doing something. And I broke his needle, and I said, "Oh shit,
Mm.
uh-oh." So at that time, his wife came up. She said, "Oh, hey, if you want any Kool-Aid or pop anything or whatever." And I'm like, I'm standing there, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. 'Cause I'm like, "Oh, no, I just broke this dude's needle." And we cool, but these are his turntables, and these are things that he uses as his this is his lifeblood for his events.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so at that time, it kind of I kind of scared myself out of stuff because of course I couldn't afford it. Life started life, and my
Right.
daughter was born in '95. My firstborn '95. So things got in the way. So I kind of drifted away from the craft. And
Mm-hmm.
I think about 8 years ago, pre-COVID, um, I would see one of my supervisors, my old captain in my office, used to tell me about DJing, and called himself DJ Clean Cut, and I'm like, really? I said, hey man, you need to show me how to do that because I had a passion for it back in the day. I started doing it back in the day, and I kind of fell off of it. And he
Right.
said, yeah, no problem, man. It's on you though. He said, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna put the ball in your court, and I'm gonna let you know that if you don't contact me, you don't reach out to me and get with me about it, then I know that you really don't have a passion for it. But if you do, I'm more than willing to help you learn it. Okay, cool. So
Wow.
I started driving to his house in Baltimore and practicing with him, and he had not this type, but he had a I can say the names of them, but y'all wouldn't know. It was a Pioneer SRT 1000
Mm-hmm.
controller. So he let me mess around this Pioneer controller and stuff like that, whatever. So I'm getting used to blending. No, sorry, I take that back. It wasn't Clean Cut. It was my other friend, DJ Savage, down in Fort Washington, Maryland. Had turntables, had Technique turntables, and the new thing that they have are discs like these. So they have discs that are
Oh.
platters that come for the that come on the Techniques now that you put on them that actually interact with the it interacts with your software. So they have they're regular turntables, but they're you operate them with a needle. So it's not like you keep changing records out of a crate, and you can actually use the crate or use the turntables the same way that you can use the software. But on this one, you just move the needle. So when you put a song on the software on the deck, you just put the needle back to the beginning like it's the beginning of the song. So on his
Oh.
he kept me having what did he have me playing? He had me playing Pretty Ricky. You know,
Okay. Yeah,
what's
that
the name
used
of
to
that
be the
song?
jam too.
Uh,
That used to be the jam too. We bring it
you know
back
which one
all
I'm
the
talking about.
jam. Pretty
Yeah, you know what I'm
Ricky.
talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask about that, the difference in, you know, the days of using actual wax or like actual turntables and albums, records, opposed to
Yeah.
what you now and all the computers and all of that and
Like
the
what
scratching.
Paris Hilton do? Did she use?
Does it
Yeah.
still be regular scratching? Like off,
He ain't
like can
Yeah.
scratching
anybody still
Paris
use
Hilton.
the old school records, like,
Yeah.
or is it just okay?
So yeah, this was the first song I learned.
Pretty
First
Ricky.
song.
Right.
Wow. That's awesome.
So the first song that I learned how to mix with was this song. And what DJ Savage, Andres is his name, would put me down in his basement on his turntables. And like I said, he had Creative Records, he had the Serato disc on his turntables, and a Rain mixer. And he said, okay, so this mixer looks old. The button, like mine right here, like if you can see it, this button here was actually gone on his. It was missing. So it was just this. So it was just a piece of metal sticking up. So it was all kind of broke down, but it still worked. And he had like this gigantic mixer, like this 8 to 10 channel mixer, and had our speakers plugged up. And he had these big ass speakers in his basement, like these big ass JBL speakers in his basement. And he's like, okay, cool, this song here, I want you to actually mix this song here, and then I'm gonna tell you the nuances or the different nuances of mixing different songs. And then I'm gonna give you a hard one. And the hard one was Mass Appeal. Guru, money flowing like grass with the Mass Appeal. The beginning of that song, without the intro, without the cheating, the DJ intro, is really hard to mix because it has a it's not a normal 8 or 4 or 8 count beat in the beginning of it. It's really like the way it drops and stuff, the way that Premier does his beats is really hard to catch it on the one. So it was really difficult. But at first he had me do the Pretty Ricky and had me do it over and over again, the same song on both decks. So I'm on there, and I have, like I said, I have the needles, the turntables, like the regular turntables, and I had to sit there, and I had to take the needle, put it on the turntable, and I had to cue the song up. It's 5 a.m, so I let it go. I'm up talking. I had to go to this one, put the song on there, 30, and then I had to start over again. It's 5, so I had to keep fading it. Boom. Had to keep fading it, so I had to put the needle back on. I had to keep doing it over and over again. So I'm 5 so I just keep going 5 a.m, and I kept doing it like for probably 30 minutes. It's like, okay, you think you got it? He said, because you sounded pretty good. It sounds pretty good. You got the volumes right. You're mixing it right at the right time. Your time is good, so you got a good ear for it. He said, now I'm gonna drop this song on you. And he put that Master Pill. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's not like a boom. It's not like a, like when this one hits.
Yeah.
Hit. It hit, right?
You know what? It sounds like you gotta do a lot of arm exercise. for that job. I can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Yeah.
Song, different side. Same song, different sides. So it's going on both sides. So like I said, we dropped that other one. I'm lost. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Right. So now you start to develop your ear. Now you start to develop your ear for that. You start to develop the ear to actually move the what do you call it? The pitch control to actually make the song match up. So right now you can, if you heard it on my side, you can hear the flange effect in it. You can hear like it's the same song, but it's at different parts of the song. So it sounds like it has a flange effect to it. It sounds it's like an echo type of effect.
You could probably send me that, and I could probably just put it in right here in this part.
Yeah. So I could do that. Yeah. And then so like I said, that started to go. That started to flow. Then he brought out records, and he's like, okay, cool, we're gonna start using records now. So take the disc off of there, and we're gonna put records on there. So now he started using the needle for the records, and now I'm starting to, okay, cool, how am I gonna do this now? So now I got to really pay attention to the pitch control. I got to really worry about the pitch control and how the songs match up, because if they don't match up and they don't mix right, not the same song, different songs. So if the party's going, I can have y'all doing this, and then go.
Did you break the needle again?
Yeah. No.
No, you didn't. No. Okay, because he taught you right.
No, I was very gentle with these. Like I said, I was picking them up. He's like, move them. And I said, really sad, because I'm worried about scratching on it, because I'm, like I said, a PTSD from the first time.
Right.
Like
That's
if
what
I
I
do
was
it,
asking.
yeah, it's like a little tiny little thing that catches the record. I'm like, well, what about? He said, man, just put it on there and do what you got to do. I'm like, y'all can scratch on it? He said, yeah. So if people didn't know that Kool Herc back in the day, when they started DJing, when he started doing, or he invented hip hop back in the day, and he started DJing. What people don't really notice or know is that, a lot of people don't really know, is that scratching pretty much came by accident. And that Kool Herc or one of the DJs cued the song out loud, and I could cue the song in my headphones. I could play it, and I could cue it up in my headphones, so I can hear it.
Right.
I can hear that in my headphones. Right.
Right.
I hear myself. I get my headphones, right? Once I hear myself cue the song up, I can let it go, and the only thing you're gonna hear is the song being let go. But I'm cueing the song up in my headphones. You can hear
Oh, I got you.
somebody
Okay.
actually had the volume up by accident, and when they had the volume up by accident, here, whoop whoop, and they like, wait a minute, that sounds good, and they just kept doing it, and they kept perfecting it, and everybody got really good at doing it, really, and perfected the scratch. So it ain't
Right.
nothing but cue the song up out loud. It's like me hitting the cue button over and over again.
I
Right.
never knew that.
Yeah, it's just
Never
cueing
knew
the
it
song
was a
up.
mistake.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's cool.
yeah, so it's like I said, that stuff started to come along. So the records, putting the records on there and learning that part of it. So when people be like, well, with these things and with these controllers, doing events, it's easier to take this out in a bag and speakers out as opposed to taking the mixer, the deck, or this turntable, putting all the stuff up, and now I got to go back and get my speakers because now this whole situation right here with the mixer and the two record players or the two Technique turntables is taking up a whole slab of on my what do you call it, my cart, my wheelie cart.
Right.
So now that and the records, I got to go bring in a second trip now to get the speakers. And if I got some big ass subwoofers, I got to make 3 trips because I got to go back to subwoofers, bring those in, hook those up. Then I got to go back and get the top speakers, bring those back in, and hook those up.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that sounds like
by myself.
this sounds like you got to work out. That's why we got to
Yeah,
work out. That's why.
yeah. So if you by yourself, all that shit just is too much. So now if you hire somebody to come with you, the money that I make from that event, I'm splitting with it, or I'm splitting I'm splitting that money with somebody in some form. 20%, 30%, whatever. So that's taking money out of my pocket that I pay for my equipment with. Because right now, for me and my wife, I made a deal with her that she makes 25% off everything I make when she goes help me set up and take down.
Oh, that's a nice deal.
And she pays for the event. Yeah. So I mean, it don't hurt. So, I mean, and that's my wife. That's different. But
Right.
any average dude, I'm really literally splitting money with them on stuff because I'm the one that's actually doing all the work. You just helping me set up,
Right.
So and you just a dude, So it's like somebody I'm teaching how to DJ. I'll throw you $100 or something like that, or whatever, $50 or whatever, if you want to jump on and experiment with the crowd to see if you can work the crowd. But I'm not going to give you the majority of some of my stuff that I'm making. I'm not doing that.
Right.
You're learning right now. You're an intern.
Did you customize that board?
Yeah. Yep.
So you customize.
Yeah.
I see your logo, but I'm saying like the color, you design everything.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because those look like Lions colors. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, go Lions. That's right, go Lions. So this right here, because of it could be the Honolulu blue, it can be my fraternity colors, and for the police thing, it was the thin blue line. So it all kind of went, together.
Yeah, I love that.
So I mean,
so what?
It looked clean. It looked clean because
oh, thanks.
I don't know about you, but I mean, when I go to a party and you see the DJ booth, I always wonder why the DJ be nodding their head and I don't hear nothing. But now you just explained it that they be having.
Yeah, it's this.
What they listening to? Okay, so that explains that. And that's what's up.
Yeah. So since you've been doing this, like, what would be your largest event and like your largest event that you've had to do the most? And I haven't necessarily made this largest, but the most interesting, the one that you would probably remember the most.
I did the Air Force ball this year. That might have been the most interesting one because it required 2 setups, and I didn't know it would be as intricate as it was, and it required my ear and it required me to take somebody with me. So I threw him $100 to help me out, to help me set it up because I had my setup. I had my whole setup in the garage. I had everything but my light package. But that was probably, I think, 300 or 400 people in attendance for that. That was the Air Force and the Air Force General from the job there.
That's a lot.
3-star general. Yeah, but they had a stage. The stage had my 2 tops, my 2 12-inch speakers tops, 2 mics. Set that up and wire those up. the sound and make sure that they actually test it right. So when people talk on microphones, they talk on microphones. Let's see if I can take this out of the Probably can't take this one off of here, but yeah. So when people talk on microphones, that's how they talk, because I don't need this one anyway. And it cracks me up. When they use microphones, they talk like this. They go, yeah, and I want to welcome Donnell. I want to welcome Helen to the event. And everybody's like, we can't. You know,
Yeah,
then they
they
look
gotta,
at me.
they gotta be like this.
Bingo.
Right.
They look at the DJ and go, hey, can you turn it up? Can you? I can't turn the mic up, because if you hear certain things in it, and especially they had it on the podium. And when they had it on the podium, they're talking up here. And when you can hear them hit the table, you can hear thong, you can hear certain noises. It's because the microphone is too loud. So if I turn it up anymore, you're gonna hear whee. So I'm not gonna turn it up anymore. I said, tell that joker to take that fucking microphone and put it up to their
Talk like
face.
a man. Talk like a man.
Yeah. I said, put some, yeah. I said, talk. And you know, so they're down here when they take the mic off and they walk around, they're down here talking. I'm like, and everybody looks right at me. You know, I can't turn it up. If I turn it up, it's gonna be too loud. So so that event, I had to make sure that actually happened. But what happened when the general started talking, 3-star general, mind you, the Cybercom deputy commander started talking, and the people that hired me, the two Air Force what do they call them, staff sergeants or something like that, but they're pretty high up too. I kept everybody in the room was saying we can't hear him. Not that they wanted to hear him, because he was talking too much and he was cutting into their party time, but we can't hear him. So everybody's looking at me, and somebody in the back of the room is looking at me. And they're like, and I'm like, when you hear him like hit the podium every time he puts his hands down, you hear this really noise, this weird, it's like a weird boom.
Right.
I say, because the mic is too loud and he's got to put the mic up to his face. They're like, oh. So what they were all wrestling with each other or talking amongst each other is who's going to go tell that 3-star general to stop talking, interrupt his speech, and to put the fucking microphone up to his face. So that was funny, because I was like, wow, I ain't telling them. I was like, I'm the DJ. I'm like,
I ain't about to be.
Yeah, like, I'm not going over there and bothering them, but one of you motherfuckers got to go tell him to put the microphone up to his face and to talk so they can hear him. So long and the short on that.
You need to put a little sticker on the mic and say, put it up to your mouth.
Yeah, but I tell everybody,
take it
I
in
tell
the
them
face. No, look, say take it in the face. That's what you put on there. Take it in the face.
Literally. So they actually 15, 20 minutes into a speech, interrupted him, and somebody walked over and kind of told him, hey, they can't hear you, so put the microphone up to your mouth. And when they did it, everybody overwhelmingly in the fucking auditorium, and it was a hotel, the Westin Annapolis, everybody in the fucking venue went, yeah, because now they could finally hear him. And they're like, okay, this is the end of his speech. So now that we can finally hear you in the end, well, should I say something else? Everybody's like, no. I'm like, wow, y'all just told a 3-star general no? Wow. So anyway, that's set up. Then I had my main setup. And my main setup had my two bottle speakers, which are very powerful, and my 2 top speakers that are very powerful. So I had their setup, my 12s, my setup, I had 18s and 15s for my for the music. And I'm going in for an hour. I'm going hamburger on this fucking. I'm going in. I'm letting them motherfuckers have it for an hour. We got left. Y'all about to feel it, and the lights in the room were dimming, and I thought it was the actual, like, the chandeliers and stuff were dimming. I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool what they're doing with the chandelier and everything.
Vibe,
right. It's the vibe, right? But when I show people the video after the fact, everybody I know say, hey man, they say, where did you have your stuff hooked up at? I said I had one of the tops and the bottoms hooked up in the socket over here, and one of the tops and the bottoms hooked over here, but I had something to my stuff. They said you have it on the same circuit. I said, I think so. Why? Because they weren't dimming the lights in the house. That was you dimming the lights from your fucking your speakers, getting the power from the event hall. So every time the bass and everything, yeah, it was dimming the lights in the venue. So I'm like, I thought it was a vibe. I'm like you said, I'm like, oh shit, we got this bitch cranking. Hell yeah.
Right.
It was me dimming and pulling the power. So I could have actually blew the circuit with the stuff that I was doing. So if it had went on a little bit longer, it only, like I said, it only went on for like, I think it was like 45 to 50 minutes or whatever, because they got, like I said, they got cheated out of 30 minutes. But had it went longer, we could have blew the circuit in the fucking hotel. In the room. I didn't know that. I'm like, I thought they were actually doing it. And I'm like, yeah, they actually fucking with the lights in there so they can party. I'm like, that's sweet, but that wasn't the case though. So But that was
Right.
interesting, except from the general to the light vibe, and everything else. I'm like, this is cool. And like, nah, that's wrong. So I did another event for the Navy about a
Oh,
month ago, their khaki ball.
I think I
And
seen
that
that
was
on Facebook. You posted it,
yeah,
didn't you? Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, the khaki ball, yeah. So that venue they had plugs listed, plug 24 through 30 here, plug 60 through 65 here. So I
So
plugged
they
up
was
on
more
this side.
organized.
Yeah, that this side was this side, and this side was that side, and the lights, and nothing happened. No lights were dimming, no lights were blinking. The chandeliers and the chandeliers at the Western were actually moving. And I said,
Hmm.
man, like I said, look at my controller. I said, if you look at my volume, I keep my master volume. You probably can't see it. I keep my master volume at 12 o'clock,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I
like I said,
see
y'all
it.
probably can't see. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
keep the
see
master
it.
at 12. And my gains, I don't keep my gains. I don't keep the gains up because the gains actually affect these volumes. So if I
Hmm.
test my stuff at an event, I keep my master at 12 and I keep my gains. I test my gains based on this volume being all the way up and this here. If it's too loud, I turn it down. Depending on the
Right.
song, how the song is recorded, if it's recorded low, if it's a newer song, it's recorded high or whatever. It affects this volume. So
Wow.
I told him, I said, if you look at my volume on here, I said, my volume's not even at 2. I said, these speakers are very, very, very thorough speakers. I said, the speakers aren't even all the way up yet. So they're like,
Wow.
wow, really? In the floor, and the guy said, yeah, I was up in the bathroom, man, in the hall, and the fucking floor in the hallway in the bathroom was shaking. He's like,
Wow.
yeah, so it's
You shaking floors, DJ Justice.
yeah, it's I mean, but like I was saying, as far as like when you go, when you hear when you see a DJ, the presentation, the sound, I'm anal about the sound, I'm anal about the presentation. I'll take my wires down so people can't see the wires on the floor. Put the wires on the pole. I'll put
So you
Velcro
said
on the
lighting.
pole.
That's important too, because I noticed like
Yeah,
DJs have nice lights and lights on the headphones, different things light up.
yeah, different things like that. I mean, but a lot of DJs compensate. Like they said, people like little dudes compensate for having little dicks because they buy big ass trucks. You know, DJs that can't DJ compensate by having them immaculate setups, the
Okay.
big ass like and this and they got the lights and the smoke and all that shit. I know a DJ here, another DJ Justice that does that here and can't DJ to save his life. He's not a
Hmm.
good DJ. He's a
Yeah.
wedding DJ. And being a wedding DJ is different than being a party DJ. You
Yeah.
know, a wedding DJ you can request one of y'all can request shit at your wedding, and I'll just hit play. You know,
Yeah.
cool. You want
So you just
cool
playing
play.
songs, right? A
And you just playing
playlist.
songs.
A
And
playlist,
yeah,
basically.
you get on the mic and hype the crowd up. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Blah blah blah. You're hyping the crowd up. You know. But if you're at a party, like people try to feed me at the party, I don't drink, I don't smoke. And when they try to feed me yesterday at a wedding I did in the morning or yesterday morning, I'm like, I don't really come get some food. I'm watching people walk past me with chicken and waffles and we've eaten at this place before, so I know the food is good. But I don't, I'm smelling this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at
either. I'm not particular about buffets and stuff like that
yeah, but
too.
this place, Helen, this place is fantastic. This place is
Yeah.
really good. And I saw the same stuff they had on the
But you
buffets
like
that we found.
fast? Do you fast when you work because it makes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
it helps your productivity?
It doesn't. I don't like focusing on stuff like that because I don't auto mix. I don't put on auto mix. I have an auto mix feature on my stuff, but to use the bathroom, I use the bathroom before I start, and I drink water at a minimum when I'm doing what I do. So if my wife goes, she'll feed me. She'll go make a plate and then she'll sit there and feed me. But I'm here. I'm like here.
Oh, that's
If I
sweet.
interrupt something here, if I fuck up something here, everybody's gonna look at me. The first thing they're gonna look at me and say, "Oh, you suck." When I'm sitting there spoon feed, I'm sitting there, eating and shit and drinking and having a good time. No, this is what I'm doing. Leave me alone. Let me do what I'm doing. Because
Right.
now, like I said, as soon as the sound goes bad, as soon as something fucks up, everybody's gonna turn and look at me and say, What are you doing?" While I'm sitting up there with a fucking fork in my mouth,
Hmm.
or a chicken wing hanging out my mouth. It's
Right.
just not, to me, it's
Not
not
not a
professional and
good
stuff.
look.
Like I said, I
Yeah.
wanted to eat, but I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm sitting here smelling this food. It smells good, but
You
I
probably
don't I
get a
don't have
lot
no
of
time.
to-go plates. You probably get a lot of to-go plates.
They try to. They
Yeah.
try to. So how I block that out? I block that
Right.
out too, because at the end of the event, and y'all know how it is. At the end of the event, the longer you stay, and there's leftover shit, they start looking at you like, hey, why don't you take something? Yeah. I'll get to it, and I start wrapping my stuff up. And by the time I'm wrapping my stuff up, but take something out to the car, they forget, and then I won't bring it up
Mhm.
again.
Oh
So
yeah. I
I
got you.
just won't bring it up again. I just won't go, hey, you remember the plate you said I can get? Can I get that now? I won't say shit. I just grab my stuff up and I'll just leave. You know.
I
Right.
don't know why I'm that person though. Now that I think of it, because you're talking, that be at a party and I see the DJ and I ask him, "You want something to drink or you want?" I'm always, I guess I'm just nice. I don't know. I always ask the DJ like, "You want something to drink?" Seems like people always forget you working.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong
Right.
with like asking for something to drink. That's good because my throat was dry as fuck last night. I worked three events yesterday, and my throat was dry as fuck. And nobody from the bar, nobody in the bar, even the manager of the bar or the club, whatever, didn't ask me if I wanted something to drink. The bouncer did. Hey man, you
We're
all
gonna
right? You need
change the
anything?
culture. We're gonna change the culture. Next time
Yeah.
y'all at a party, y'all see a DJ, ask them if they want something to drink. Now, you ain't got
Yes,
to get no
please,
alcohol.
please.
Get them a bottle of water or something.
A bottle of water, so
Aquafina.
please. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot. That means a whole lot in the community. It does because
Right.
that should piss
Yeah.
me off. I'm like, man, and when I got the cup of water, a little clear plastic cup of water, I drink it like this, and it was the best cup of water I
You
ever
was like
drank.
a
I'm like,
slave. You was like a slave drinker.
I was like, God, like, oh, thank you, But that cup of water lasted me for 20 minutes because I took a little sip, when he gave it to me, or a little, half of when he gave it to me, and then the rest of it at the end of the night, because I know if I drink the whole thing and
You
I
gotta
get
go
that
to the
urge, like, oh
bathroom.
shit, I gotta go back. I'm in my 50s now, damn, I
Right.
gotta go to the
I
bathroom
know.
now. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about going to the bathroom, not thinking about what I'm doing here. So, I'm wrestling with that shit. I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up and put something on that's a long song, a 5-minute song, and I can't. I'm like, I can't do that. My focus is right here. So if I leave that and come back, if I leave this and come back after doing an auto mix, where did I leave off at? What did I leave off on? I don't remember
Right.
what I put on there.
Yo,
So
you
I don't
done
feel like doing all
forgot.
that.
You done got off your, yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
truth.
don't feel like doing all that. So I'm focused here. And even when she goes with me, when she starts asking me questions about stuff or start talking about stuff, whatever, because she's kind of bored. She's not,
Yeah.
she's sometimes she'll go interact with stuff and do stuff, and sometimes she won't. And she'll just stand there with me and take requests from people. And when I take requests from people, I'll tell them, yeah, I'll try to get to. I'll see what I can get to it. I never take them. I never do it. I never take
I
a
know you
request.
told us that last time. I
Yeah,
was like,
I
Yeah,
man,
you
never
it's
do
did
that.
kind
tell
of
us that.
hard
Yeah,
to kind of take you
yeah,
off your routine because you have a
yeah,
routine.
They want you
yeah,
to
yeah.
play
Somebody,
something that wouldn't really fit the
It wouldn't
vibe or
go with the
something you were saying,
rhythm.
right? They want
right.
Right.
you to play something off. Like I might walk up to you and say, play Dear Mama by Tupac. And it's like, no, that's not really fit for this.
Right. And you just
Look
play
at
Let's
everybody
Chill
here.
Back. You just play Let's Chill Back Guy or something. You like, wait a minute, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. Look at everybody here. What the fuck is everybody else listening to here? You know, it's like what? You know, okay, especially the little girls and stuff. With their little phones and shit. They you can see them like standing in front of the DJ booth. You
And
can
they
see
show
them
you something on
typing.
Apple Music.
Huh?
They show it to you from Apple Music or something.
No, from a note, a fucking note, or whatever
Oh,
they use, But you will see them in front of me. I'm like, okay, they ain't dancing. They just stand there typing on their phone. So either they're using Spotify, maybe it's Spotify, Apple Music, or a note, and then they'll type it on their phone and they're doing this and you can see them typing fast and they're doing this shit. And then they walk up to me and do this with the
Yep.
phone, and I'll just stand there and I'm standing there. And
don't even
I'm
say
in what
nothing,
I'm
huh?
doing. No, they don't even say shit, but I'm standing, I'm doing what I'm doing. So last night I got that from somebody, and I said, well, okay, cool. I see it now. I'll see what I can do, and I'll see what I can do. I didn't like shoo them off, but I see what I can do. And then some little girl came up and did it, and they try to get over because they do all their little shit, and they come over and they go, you know, and they smile and shit and they do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I turn my phone around. And I said, hold on. I said, I got something for you. I put the Cash App up with the QR code, and I did her like that. And I showed my QR code to her. She was like, really? I said, yeah, really. And she turned around to her friend and she laughed and she said something to her friend and they walked away. I was like, cool, get the fuck out of here, because I'm not doing that. Everybody in here is vibing. They're all going. The whole club's going, and it's crowded. It's packed in here, and they going. I don't give a fuck about playing Katy Perry. I'm not gonna play not Katy Perry. I'm not gonna play Taylor Swift right now. I'm not gonna play the what do you call them, K-pop, whatever the fuck girls,
Yeah.
Demon Hunter. I'm not playing that shit. Get away from me. I'm not doing that.
Oh my
And you
God.
can call me. Well, I'll pay you a couple of dollars. I'll pay you. No, I'm good. I don't need it.
What
I'm all
about
right.
Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny.
I played I played 3 Bad Bunny songs yesterday,
Really?
and there's a girl that was stalking us that stalked us at another club and asked for Bad Bunny 6 times from another DJ that I'm teaching. And she kept coming over to him and asking him. And I said, hey man, it's on you, bro. I said, she ain't bothering me because I already gave her the look. But she keep coming back over to you, the same fucking female all night. And I said, okay, cool. So he played a Bad Bunny and Cardi B or Bad Bunny and Nicki Minaj song. And as the song was playing, she was requesting a Bad Bunny song. And as his verse came up, she was asking for a Bad Bunny song. I'm like, well, both of us are looking at it. He looked at me. He's like, well, what should I do? I said, the song is playing. Fuck her. I said, there's a Bad Bunny song that she's listening to right now. So fuck. I said, let her go. And
Yeah.
Friday night, I was DJing at a club across the street from where we saw her at. And I saw her ass walk in the door because I'm sitting by the door. And I saw her ass come in the door. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And the first thing she do is she come in the door because she didn't remember who I am or something or remember my face. And she walks right over to the fucking booth. Can you play? You know, or not. See, Darnell, that's nothing too. That's nothing too. Don't say play such and such. It sounds like a demand. You know,
Right.
play blah blah blah. Right. Can't play some blah blah blah. You know, okay, cool. I'll see what I can do. You know, but again, if you're not paying me anything to get the fuck away from me, and if it doesn't fit, I'm not playing it. But don't come up to me and tell me to play something. Ask me to play it. Request me to play something. Don't say, hey, play blah blah blah. I play this.
Well, we was talking about cruises. Remember, we was talking about cruises. So
yeah,
the DJs on the cruise, I know they be having hell because
no,
people be drunk too.
no. The DJs on the cruise have a script. I learned that.
Oh, they have a script. Okay.
They have a script. They have a script. So one of my sorority sisters, she DJs on the Carnival Cruises, and then the DJ that was on the cruise that we went on, believe it or not, of course, I can't turn it off. Just like being police or former police, I can't turn it off. So on the cruise, I'm watching a DJ from the vestibule that they're in, and he had a setup going, and he had a song going, and when the song was going, I didn't see him touch anything, but I'm seeing him mess with the button, fuck with the buttons, right? He's fucking with the buttons and everything, and then something happened in the song. He went just like this. He did like that. He was like, yeah, he didn't know what to do, but he didn't expect that to happen with the song because it wasn't him operating his situation.
Ooh.
And every song that they play, they because of copywriting and because on cruises you can't play live music anymore. That's all that shit's banned now. There's no more Pop the Fan. There's no more Cupid Shuffle. All that shit's banned now.
Oh yeah. Really?
So yeah, all that shit's banned.
They do the hustles and stuff like that.
All that's just banned. All that's just done. Even though black people in Detroit can make up a fucking hustle to anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I was about to say that to some opera.
Right.
Hustle.
A fucking opera. Beethoven song. They'll get out there and start,
right.
I'm like, come on, it's enough. But so yeah, their shit is scripted. So because of copyright, because of avoiding conflict with people in the audience, they can only play certain things. So I'm like, well, yeah, this guy went from it's a 70s party. I'm like, this guy ain't playing nothing but 80s music, 90s music. I said, so that's not 70s music. And he played some Queen song, and I was like, okay, cool. Another one, Bites the Dust, is a good one. Radio Gaga is a good one. Radio Gaga, all you hear is Radio Gaga. Everybody gets into that shit. Everybody's like, yeah, but with the song he played, I was like, what the fuck did you get that from? Because nobody from 18 to 25 is going to get it. But if you played another one, Bites the Dust, or Bohemian Rhapsody, at some point, everybody 18 to 25 is going to get it. Everybody from 25 and up is going to get it. But if you play that one song that he played, I'm like, dude, don't nobody know what the fuck that is. So,
right.
Yeah.
And it is certain songs, no matter what people age groups know, no matter how old they are.
Like Michael Jackson or something. Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Bingo. Michael Jackson. He didn't play no Michael Jackson. He didn't play no Prince.
Hancock. I would think people know that. Right.
Yeah.
It is it is a certain music though that no matter what, however age group, they're gonna know it.
Right.
Yep. It spans generations. Yep. So my son, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was about to say my son freaked me out one day. He got in the car and played in his car, and we were going somewhere together. He played Rod Stewart, Young Turks.
Oh,
and I said, I'm like, what if? First of all, where did you hear that song at? He said, "You don't think I'll be
Wow.
paying attention, Dad?" I'm like, "No shit." So we both
Yep, I be
down the
saying that
road.
about my
man.
baby.
My
He be
son
playing
too.
some.
My son, he that he started driving really, you know, February and was on now. So I sometimes
Nice.
if I get in a ride with him, but he definitely play his music, but
Yeah.
he got Michael Jackson, he got New Edition, he got
Oh yeah.
all types of old songs that he liked, you know, Tupac, all these different songs that he still play. And it's funny, it seems
Right.
like he put it on when I'm in there with him. He feel like
Yeah.
he got to, and I tell him you don't have to play your music, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's like that too. Like I don't know if it's just from him riding with me and being younger and listening to it,
Yeah,
but
it is. That's
you know,
exactly what it
but
is. 'Cause, yeah.
he
It is.
genuinely likes those songs. Like he genuinely likes that music.
You
I
know
think it's
what?
just something about the music, you know.
You know what? I wanted to tell you because since I'm here in Thailand, I've noticed a lot about music here. And I noticed a lot of about, of course I can't do nothing but compare it to America. But the malls
Yeah.
here just thrive. And do you know they have DJs in the mall and it makes it
Nice.
so, and I think that's just something we need in America. It's just so many people. They have free,
Yeah.
like, okay, I saw in one of my videos that I did about the bed theater here in Bangkok.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was a just a random music school. They were doing a recital and they had a DJ and everything. And then these kids come up and they play the piano in the middle of the mall. And this one little girl performed. She was like a little Beyonce, and you'll see it if you watch the video. And
Yeah. I'll check it out.
it was just amazing. I said, why can't we have our malls in America is just dead. It seems like it's not as thriving unless you're in a big city. But in
Yeah.
Michigan, malls don't do well anymore. Like it's a lot of stores closed. But
A lot of
here
closing. Yep.
they
I was
got
about to
20
say, yeah, the
floors.
mall environment,
They
yeah,
got
it's changing here.
20 floors, and all of these different events. We could use that space. And I was thinking, like, they
Yeah.
have different events,
So
birthday parties, be in the middle of the mall. You have the family celebrate. You have all kinds.
yeah.
We should do that,
So there's the mall in Virginia here, Tyson's Corner. We go to a rotating sushi bar there, and there's a Foot Locker right next to it. And I was hearing music. I'm like, I'm hearing the way the music is going. I'm like, that ain't no radio,
Right.
And more, how can you tell? I was like, I could just tell ain't no radio. That's somebody's playing that, you know. Walked into the Foot Locker. What do you see? A young lady sitting there. What is her name? DJ I go live or something like that or whatever, or on live or I think it was on live or something like that. But I forgot. Uh, but she's on the air. That's what it is. DJ on the air or something. So she got the big ass sign in front of her booth that says on the air, no, on air, DJ on air, and she's got turntables, records all over the fucking place. And so she has this assistant with her that comes in and brings her crate of records in. And she's got her turntables, her mixer, and she's going at it. One speaker set up in there, whatever, and she's going at it in the Foot Locker. She's having people go over to the crate of records and they pick out a random record and go, "Hey, what is this? What does this sound like?" And they give it to her. She puts the fucking song on. And she had one of them, the
Wow.
same thing we always do, get to an event and we'll go, so do you prefer clean or dirty? We prefer clean, but if you want to, I've had one event live at a wedding reception when the girl told me that if you play any clean music, I'm firing you on the spot. Okay, cool. And I turned that motherfucker upside down.
Right.
Turned it upside down. There's no restriction on
There's
it.
some
Cool. I can play.
hoes in this house. There's some
Yeah,
hoes.
yeah. They don't listen to that here, Helen. They have no idea what that stuff is here at all. No idea what ghetto tech is. But that old southern, my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack, all that shit was at her wedding. And this little baby there. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to hear it, here you go.
Right.
Hey, it ain't my wedding, it ain't my reception, but you paid me. You told me if I play clean music, you're gonna fire me. So you got it. So it was fun. But when this young lady played this record at the mall, she was like, oh no. And I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her, and she was, very cordial, very cool. And she's like, oh no, this song's got cussing in it. And for us to panic like that, on the inside, we're sweating. On the outside, it really happens because now the song, everybody's starting to like it. Everybody's starting to feel it. It's like, how do I get out of this shit though? How do I mix out of it?
You
Especially
gotta
she's doing
find
live
out.
and she's doing, yeah, she's doing live and she's doing records though. So somebody's people, people coming over and picking a record. She's like, grab that record for me. Grab that record for me. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, grab that record right there for me. I'm like, what do you. So I'm like, well, a random record. So, so yeah, she's like, just get it. So I gave her a random record and she just put the record on and she queued it up and put it on and took the other one out. But I didn't hear much cussing in the record, but she knew there was something in there that was either going to come up or had already popped off that I'm like, it's already out there now, but I mean, you can't take it back,
Right.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, it's that part of, it's that part of doing things. Like I said, I mean, as far as asking your question earlier too, Darnell, about it, it's the convenience of this transporting this as opposed to all that shit. I know how to use it. There are DJs that I float with, and in my international DJ cafe family here, that take their turntables to events now. But they use these little things called phasers on their turntables, on the middle of the turntables. They interact with the software, so that I don't have to take a bunch of records. And the phasers are like needles now. So they have needles on their turntables. They just don't use them. Because again, needles are like, the good needles are like $300 or $400 a piece. And you break them motherfuckers, you replacing them with another $300 or $400 needle. So if you don't buy 2 or 3 of them in a row, you at an event and you're doing all vinyl and you fuck around and break a needle at an event, if you don't have a replacement right there, you're dead. Your turntable's dead. Jeffrey Woodward from Detroit, the DJ legend from Detroit, house DJ, technical DJ. Jeffrey Woodward was at when we did something for Rick Hines when he was alive at the park at Palmer Park, and they let me pop it off because I was the newer DJ in the crew, around everybody. So yeah, you're gonna start off just this is gonna be you. You get an hour. Okay, cool. Didn't know, they didn't know what to expect, and I knew what I was gonna do because I had been prepping it the whole time and been studying my set the whole time before I got there. I'm like, okay, I don't want to fuck up in front of all these DJs because I got Rick Hines there, DJ Fingers there, Jeffrey Woodward there, DJ Zach was supposed to be there. So all these, big DJs, the pressure's on. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't drop the ball on this one. And Gary Chandler was there. Everybody was there. Like I said, it was a big event. But I go first. And when I did my thing, the first song I played, Jeffrey Woodward walked up to me and said, and this the little thing little sneaky thing we use. What BPM you at right now? I'm like, oh shit, I'm at like 127. But he was trying to see what I was playing and what I was gonna play next. So he's like, yo, you at 127? Okay, cool. So the next song I played, he was like, and I could see my friend videotaped it, and you can see him in the background doing this shit. He's like, and what I was doing, I was playing all the song he was gonna play in his set. So his intro song was the second song I played. The third song I played was another song he was gonna play mixed in with that one. So I played like 3 or 4 songs in his set. By him taking a crate of records with him, he got one crate of records. He got turntables because that's all he uses, turntables. Now he's got to go through his crate of records that he brought with him and alter that whole set now because he can't play the 3 songs that he prepared to play. So he's got to try to thumb through there and find some other shit to play.
Yeah,
so
replacements.
Like, yeah, so he came over to me. He's like, man, he said, bruh, he said, and then this is him again. He said, you just played 3 of my intro songs, man, or 3 of the songs I was going to play in the beginning of my set. So what are you doing? I was like, hey, y'all told me to go first, so go fuck yourself. I'm running your whole set.
What you supposed to do? Change your little thing because you ain't know what he got. Hey, I just want to say real quick, because I'm sniffing this thing and people probably looking at me like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah.
But it's an inhaler.
Okay.
And no, it's an inhaler. It helps with like dizziness and allergies because of the heat out here in Thailand. And you got to get them at the pharmacy, the store, and you just sniff them, and they help you. Like if you feel dizzy, if you in the heat, or you feel like you're gonna pass out, or if you feel nauseous, you sniff these. And I'm kind of used to. I kind of like the smell of it actually.
Really? Yeah. You're gonna be there for 2 years, huh?
Well, I'm not gonna say how long I'm gonna be. For one, for safety, and and then I don't want to discourage my family because they having birthdays and holidays. So, I'm gonna be back and forth. I'll just say that.
Okay, good. And I'm glad you actually brought up the safety part. At least you know that's a common sense thing.
But the benefit of being over here is that it's very inexpensive to travel. So I got like 26 countries on my itinerary, and I'm gonna tell you, for me to go like to Vietnam or to Singapore or to China, it's like $50 on a plane.
Really?
Yes. Because it's very close. We're in Asia. So everywhere you go, it would be like if I was in Michigan and I took a flight to Ohio. or something
Yeah.
like that. It wouldn't be, it's not very expensive. So most of the flights are under $100. So that's why I want to do as much as I can while I'm here, because it's
Yeah,
more financially,
that's cool.
smart to do that. They're wise
Yeah.
to do it that way. I can go to Dubai for $100.
Damn. But you're gonna spend more when you get there. Spend a lot when
Not
you get there.
really, because the cost of living is still cheaper than the US. Everything over here, with the exception of Singapore,
Uh,
is pretty much less expensive than the US. You got like certain big cities like Hong Kong and China, and that
uh,
are comparable, but nothing is like more,
yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
beauty of it. So
I'm
yeah.
glad you got the OPSEC in mind though, because a lot of people don't think about that when they the OPSEC perspective when they go travel abroad. They post on Facebook and Instagram, especially on Facebook, where they're flying out of and they're flying to. And they got pictures of themselves there. So when I post pictures of myself going to wherever I'm going on vacation, it'll be a year after I went there.
That's what I do for
Oh,
safety. So like a
y'all
lot
have
of
a good
times the
time.
videos you see, I didn't been
Uh,
with, I don't even
yeah.
like my Airbnb, I'm not gonna showcase it because I
Oh
got an
no.
affiliate deal till I'm long gone. So you're right about that.
Yeah.
And that's definitely because you were law enforcement,
Yeah.
that's safety, So I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
important.
We don't do that. People were
Yeah.
telling me have a good time in Belgium. Hope you guys are having fun. I'm like, that trip was last year. Really? Like, yeah, we went there like, last May. Oh, those look like you just went. I'm like, yeah, I know. If you look at the facial hair on that one, on this, on what I currently look like, not, I'm like that. I didn't even have no facial hair on that picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's not even, I was like, that video is old as fuck. So,
That's
so
smart.
yeah, I
You
mean,
made me think about that because I got a posting schedule. And I
yeah,
was just telling my husband, like, I don't really want nobody to know, like, when he's here, when he's not, when my family's here, for their safety too. Cause like, like my
yeah,
niece, she might not want nobody to know when she took off work and came to Thailand. Or
yep, yep,
so I have to respect their privacy too, and I showcase them. So I'm gonna
yep,
delay my videos even further. Like,
yeah,
I'll be going to Vietnam soon. And
yeah.
so
That sounds like
those
fun. They said they
videos
love us
might
over
have
there
to,
too.
yeah, it's like nice. And so, and then I go to Laos and all of
Yeah,
those things, I'm gonna mix it up. So do
yeah,
some Vietnam videos while I'm in Laos. And then I'll do
yeah,
some,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
right, you're
yeah.
right.
And
That's smart.
delay it for like a month or something like that or whatever. So
Yeah,
nobody will
yeah,
never know where you're at.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's some good
yeah,
advice for travelers. It don't matter if you're a solo trip. Like I did a video actually about you should always have the mindset of a solo traveler, even when you're
yeah,
with people. So you'll be safe if you always travel like a solo traveler. So I think
yeah,
like a solo traveler, like watching, make sure when I get up from anything, I look to see if I left anything, no rushing, make sure I'm in enough time. You have to, and I
yeah,
don't drink or do nothing to alter my mind. And unless you with your family or people that care about you, you
yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah,
be in a
yeah,
different country, be a drunk in Thailand
yeah,
and turning up. You know what's it's amazing to go to places and see people get drunk and lose themselves. And I think,
yeah,
like God sent me as an angel. You're like, girl, you got to get your bag, you got to get your purse, you got to get your
yeah,
passport,
yeah,
your lifeline.
yeah.
You can't be that drunk where people will take your stuff and take your
Oh
identity,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I
So
said, being that we work in the intelligence community, that we have a lot of stuff at stake and a lot of stuff that we have to watch out for. We go abroad too. So,
yeah,
passports and all that stuff, whatever. I have different passports when I travel abroad for work. I don't travel with the same passport that y'all have.
right,
So there's different things that we have to look out for. So, and I keep my stuff, keep it in that RF thing that they give you at the
yeah,
airport, they give you at the post office, keep it in that. Because believe it or not, people do scan that shit. If you're at a crowded area in a farmer's market or something there, they'll scan your shit in a heartbeat. They'll scan your phone. They'll scan your passport. They'll scan all this shit and steal your information because somebody's watching you being there, whether you know it or not. Because you're an American
yeah.
citizen. Somebody's always on you. Somebody's watching you everywhere you go down there.
I bet. I bet.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
they
going to
do.
go
I'm
to the
telling you.
embassy. The embassy. My
Yeah,
friend, he's in the Navy. He told me, he said, you should stop by the embassy and tell them
yeah, yeah,
that you're there. And he said, they're there for your support. And
Yeah,
you don't think stuff like that because especially like African Americans, we be thinking any kind. Sometimes we have misconceptions about law enforcement and people that
yeah,
are there to help us and assist us. And so I'm like, I
yeah,
don't know about going to no embassy. You get, they're like, no, they're there. That's what they're there for you.
yeah,
I really didn't think about that.
yeah. Go to check out the embassy and stuff there or whatever, because it's and they have good sales on certain things there too, on jewelry and stuff too.
Really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, good prices on stuff there too. Yeah, so I
Okay.
mean, but yeah, you can be aware of that because like I said, I mean, just from where we are, we know that there's because you're a U.S. citizen, like I said first, and second, they don't know what you're there for. So somebody's actually always on you. Somebody's actually always watching you there. That's just how that's the
Mm.
nature of stuff there. Like here, same thing here. That's what the FBI and all that stuff
They
is
having
for.
fun
You
if they
know,
watching me because I'm doing
yeah,
everything.
exactly. Yeah, but I mean, but still, they don't know what you're here for. You don't know what you're there for.
Yeah, yeah.
You stop by the
But you know
embassy.
what they do ask you, like when you do your like e-visa, like what's your and I just said, I'm a travel content creator.
Uh-huh.
And so I did give them some information. And they of
Yeah,
course they know where you stand. They know,
yeah,
everything about you. And that's what I said. And that's a good point because I was thinking like, how could we learn? You can learn a lot from being in another country. And
yeah,
I realized that America we could really have a more of a grip on immigration if they did
hmm
how they do here. I can't even buy a SIM card without my passport. I
yeah,
can't buy my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 vlogging camera.
yeah,
I couldn't buy my replacement without my passport. When I go to
yeah,
Super Rich to exchange my money, I have to show my passport. They take a picture of it and then they have me sign and put my
yep,
location of where I'm staying. So you can't
yep,
live anywhere or do anything without your
yep,
passport. So
yeah.
I'm
That's why
like,
that's what I'm telling you. That the eyes are always on you there, whether you know it or not.
wow,
They're always on you there. So I mean that's a good thing because if you're not doing anything stupid, then that's good. But for your safety purposes, they know where you are. People know where you are.
that's
You
good.
know,
Good.
yeah. So
Good. I'm going
that's
to
the
the
good part
US
about it.
Embassy. That's gonna be one of my trips. I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
visit the US and that's free to do that. So
yeah,
that can help people that are traveling know that there's somewhere that you can go where you have an
yep,
ally. If you need some
yep,
resources, you got that.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, they show it in the
Glad I
movies, but it's
talked to
actually real though. They show it in the movies like people when they get in trouble run to the embassies. That stuff is real though.
you.
You
Right.
know, you're a U.S. citizen. Go to the embassy. Shit, all hell breaks loose. The embassy's always got your back. So
That's
my
what's
phone is ready.
yeah.
Wow, I got 15% left.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we met.
So Justice, what I asked you about what was one of the kind of biggest ones or craziest ones you did. If you could pick an event or a way that you want to DJ event, way, touring, whatever it might be, what would that be? You ever thought about that?
I'm gonna say I'll take a play from Carl Carlier's playbook, and I would love to actually imitate him at a show the size of one he does, like the one he
Mm-hmm.
does. But going on
Mm-hmm.
tour with D12 and
Oh, okay.
Eminem, I would love to do something like that at a venue. When I saw Carl on stage playing with his shoe on his
He's
turntable,
awesome. Shout out to DJ Invisible.
oh yeah, DJ Invisible,
Yeah.
man, he is the man. So I saw him doing that stuff, and I saw the video how he had his stuff hooked up, and in the foreground was probably 15 to 20,000 people, and he's acting a fool. He's doing Carl Collier on the stage. This is him, his
Wow.
personality, and he's messing my and he's messing with his, and he took his shoe off, his Adidas, and he's scratching with his shoe.
Oh
My
my God.
and I'm like, man, look at the people in the audience is going bananas, going nuts. That's what I want to do.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
Oh,
I want
you
to do it for
definitely
somebody.
could do that. That's
When
awesome.
I, yeah, when I see like DJs that are DJs that use CDJs. Now there's a generation thing with all of us. The DJs use turntables don't really prefer controllers. They hate DJs that you can use controllers because they don't feel like we're really DJing. Um, DJs that use controllers like these, like I use mine spin, mine act like records. They spin like records. They move like records, so I can actually, I can actually still manipulate them like records. DJs that use CDJs, you'll see them, and if you actually look at them, I had a video, somebody took it down from Instagram. I put it on my Facebook page. Somebody actually took it off, like it took it down, period. So CDJs are the ones that you see with the computer screen on it, like it's a little 7-inch like monitor on the front of them. And what they do is they plug up a flash drive, and that computer will take the place of those monitors will take the place of your computer. So you have to take the computer. It's all contained inside the CDJs, So it's like a little disc that doesn't move, but you'll so I said all to say, like, when you see these EDM DJs, and a dumbass young DJ told me, like, man, in my opinion, what do you say? In my opinion, EDM DJs are the only ones that rock crowds. I said, you can go fuck yourself, honestly, because EDM DJs don't DJ. You just push buttons, So you cue music up, and I've seen them where, and I told my wife, I said, yeah,
is that like what Paris Hilton do? Is that like Paris Hilton?
Yeah, exactly. And like Shaq does the same thing. Shaq will take out a paper bag of money, and the paper bag of money he'll take with him, and he'll go in his paper bag, he'll pull out stacks of hundreds, and he'll give his man that preps all of his music for him, he'll give him 20 grand. He'll give somebody else that takes stuff with him, that carries the equipment, he'll give him 20 grand. And he just pays these people like this, whatever. But the guy's sitting up there curating a crate for him. So when Shaq gets on stage and does his thing, and he's hopping and he's getting the crowd hyped up, and you'll see him do this shit. You'll see him mess with the buttons, and he's twisting the buttons. So if I did that, so if I'm doing this and I'm playing a song, and I mess with the buttons, watch what the song does. See what the song is doing? I'm fucking with the button. So if you look at the EDM DJ and they're doing that shit, and the song is going boom, 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 and it's going, and that EDM DJ is sitting there doing this shit, and the song's not doing anything. You're like, wait a minute, why is he twisting buttons?
Right, that's the show.
Because they're not doing anything. The song, the crate is curated and it's just playing. So they're sitting there and they're fucking with the buttons, and they're just doing shit to make it look like they're doing something.
Wow.
Right.
Boom, it goes down. And I push this button, it stops. So if they're sitting in there pushing the button and they're doing this shit, it's doing something. Like I said, but if they're sitting there doing something and they ain't seeing doing the whole time, and they're doing this shit, and the volume is going down. So if they're sitting there doing this shit and ain't nothing happening to the song that's playing out here, that means that's because they ain't doing shit on here.
I got a question for you. So, and this probably I don't know, it might have been a question that you've been asked before, but I've noticed like DJ apparel. Like, I know, like, do you put thought into what you're gonna wear when you go to an event? Because, like, I love your shirt. Trust me,
and coincidentally, I didn't even mean to wear the shirt. It was actually just in the drawer. I put it on. So
really?
I didn't mean to
but
wear.
I'm saying you got like, because like I even know like Carl, he have like his gear, like he more of a Levi Adidas type guy, but he wears like t-shirts and it's almost like playing. It's part of like your uniform.
Yeah. So I wear suits for big events, of course, like the Air Force event. I wear a shirt and tie. I wear a full suit tie. And everything like a full suit, like not like And for the wedding I did yesterday, I wore overcoat. I mean sport coat and a polo shirt because it was kind of hot, and some dress slacks, some khakis, and some dress shoes. I actually had on wallabies yesterday that matched my sport coat. But because I wanted to be comfortable too while I was standing there. So, but other events, I mean, when I wear what I wear downtown, I typically wear my Indian gear downtown, my native gear. So I wear my Native American necklace, my Lumbee necklace, or I wear my Lumbee hat. Or I mean, I don't put that much thought into
that has a lot to do with it. I mean, I'm saying it kind of set the vibe too, is what I guess where I was getting at. What you wear.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying?
Like the events that he's doing, the ones that he's doing, it sets the vibe because he's at a hip hop function. He's at a hip hop concert, so it sets that vibe because he's at that hip hop concert. For me, doing the stuff downtown or whatever, I'm like, I don't give a shit. And if I'm doing something other than that, I wear my t-shirt with my company logo on it. Let everybody know, like, hey, what's Diesel DJs? Oh, that's my company name. This is my company logo. And it was shout out to Shago Davis from King. He actually did my company logo for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he did my company logo for me. So I mean, so I stuff like that, but I don't put too much. I usually don't put too much thought into it. I just, unless it's like a real formal event, I don't put too much thought in the gear. I just wear something.
Right. That's what's up.
And typically I try to look swole sometimes downtown so they won't fuck with me. So I might wear a small t-shirt.
Yeah, wait, the medium. Put this medium t-shirt on.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
I
Shout out to
don't.
my boy. Shout out to our very own KC Fight Up, Howie Bell, who is in a
How we
movie.
feel?
Yeah, he in
Oh, yeah?
Unexpected Christmas with Tabitha Brown and Lil Rel, and it's a
Martini
whole bunch of
Harris is in that too.
Oh, Martinez,
yeah,
that's right.
Martini in there.
Yep.
Martini in there.
Yep,
Martini's in
Martinez.
there
That's right.
too.
So we got 2 people from our high school that's in a movie, and so I'm definitely
Shout out to
I don't know
Martini
where
as
it's gonna
well
be at,
too.
but I want to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
Unexpected Christmas.
Yeah,
Yep,
shout out to
Martinez.
How
Martini
soon?
too. He's gonna have his own
Netflix.
comedy club here. Did you see
Yep,
him
Yeah.
going live
yep.
about that? Yeah,
On 8 Mile,
he
right?
said it's coming next year. He said it's coming next year. He actually came live from it, showed
Yeah.
inside
Nice.
of it. It's nice, man, and
Yeah.
I hope that's really gonna blow up and
He
be
got
big
so
for
much
him. Sound like
talent.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely gotta
Yeah,
check
that's
that out.
cool, man. I'm proud of that dude, man. I called him here for an event. I was supposed to do in South Carolina at their homecoming for Wofford College homecoming. And they wanted to hire somebody to do something where I said, hey, why don't you hire a comedian? And I'll be the DJ for the comedian. Damn, that's a good idea. So I said, I know the perfect person you can call. I said, you call Martini Pryor. The guy said, who the hell is Martini Pryor? I said, I'll call him and I'll tell you. I'll let him tell you who he is. And I put him on the phone and put him on a conference call. And I said, yeah, this is Martini Harris, is my not classmate, my schoolmate from high school. And let him talk to him and stuff like that, wherever. Martini went into his bit and went into a
Oh
little bit
my
of this about
God.
that. And he started talking. He's like, am I talking to Richard Price? I said, Richard Price? He's like, are you kidding me, dude? He said, are you kidding me? And the guy's a lawyer. He's like a lawyer, a doctor, PhD. And Ellis was like, who is this guy, man? He's a black guy, but he talks like a white guy. Who is this guy, man? I was like, this my homie, man, from high school. He said, dude, he says he sounds just like Richard Pryor.
Exactly.
I said, yeah. I said, I mean, everything. And Martini was on the phone cracking up, man. I'm on the phone laughing with him. So after that, we talked for about 45 minutes just about everything, man. And like, who is this and where this person been and where is my old high school bully? Where is he at now in life and everything? I'm like, so yeah, we sat there and just talked for a while. Cause like I said, Martini, I first realized he was a comedian in Miss Rinaldi's class.
Yeah.
Right across from the cafeteria when Miss Rinaldi had her English class and right across from the cafeteria. And Martini did something in the class, man, and it's like, okay, she couldn't stop him. He went into something in there and started telling jokes.
He
And
was
she was just like,
hilarious.
what's through it? And he's sitting there did like he just started cracking jokes and stuff in the front of the class. And she's like, Martini, can you sit down, please? Can you sit down? He's
He
like,
was
no.
so
And he
hyped.
started,
Remember he used to do the flips all the time. He used to be flipping. Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I definitely
I was
remember
like,
that.
yeah, this guy's funny as shit.
I
So I
used to
mean
ask
that
him
was
like always to flip.
He used
yeah,
to
We
be
the
flipping
King homes and
He
stuff.
saved your life. You better be a little nicer. No.
Well, no, it was flip. I saved his.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
right.
did?
That's right. You saved his life. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Really?
You sure did. Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
he
was about to
always
walk
tell
in
the
the street.
story. Yeah, us being downtown walking or somewhere, and
Maybe y'all saved each
this
other.
reaction. He was getting ready to walk into the street, and bus was coming.
He grabbed
I
him.
just grabbed him. Yeah, it's my guy. It's my guy.
Little Martini grabbed you.
No, the other way around. I grabbed
Yeah, I
Martini.
forgot too. Yeah, he grabbed Donnie them long arms.
He always tell that story. He always tell that story. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Actually, he had to remind me of that like some years ago that happened. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
It's cool. I love to see how we're all out of high school 34, 35 years, 33 years for me, and we're all still as close as we are now
Yeah,
as we were
it's a
then.
beautiful thing. It
Yeah,
really
it's a
is.
great
It's so cool and shit. It's really so cool, man. It's like, wow, all of us went to different colleges and we live in
Yeah,
different states. We're in different countries now and this, that. But the King Crusader family is still
it's
this. It's
tight,
still,
ain't it? I went to the
yeah,
class reunion, and I mean the
yeah,
all class reunion. It was real nice, and we had
yeah.
a good time before I left. And I was on the phone.
I'm at
It
7%.
was like deja vu because rest in peace, Herb Gibson, my boy,
Yeah, Herb, Big Herb. Yeah.
and Big Herb. And look, Donnie called me. What was that, Donnie? About a week ago.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me get this charger because I got a long charger on my
Okay,
phone. Let
I'll
me
just tell the story while you're going to get it. Go ahead.
all right.
Okay, so remember you called me. It was like what, about a week ago, right? And you was talking about. I kept repeating myself. Now, first of all, we 11 hours time difference, so I'm trying to talk.
Right.
And Donnie trying to listen to me, and you every time we try to talk, the announcer at the game you was at was
Oh yeah. It may reminded you of
the
her talking.
exact same scenario as the
Yeah.
well, probably one of the memorable times that I talked to Herb. And I think he was at Brandon, shout out to Brandon, his son. He was at his game in Milford when he was in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And he would kept saying, every time I said it, he was like, hell, what you say? What, say it again, say it again. And
Yeah.
it was like deja vu because you was doing the same thing. You was like, hell, what you say? I can't hear every time you talk that announcer come on. And it just reminded me of my friend because that was
Yep.
a moment we shared. And he was telling me something. And he was like, I'm listening. He was trying, I said, just call me back. He was like, no, I can hear you. He kept saying it. And then he couldn't
Yeah.
hear me. So that was
You know her.
something special. Yeah, Big Herb. Shout out to Big
Yeah, out
Herb.
of that
Yeah, I think
suffering time.
we had our 92 reunion when our 30, I think it was our 20-year reunion. Or was our 30? No, it was a 20 when was it 25? Forgot.
Right. We be going to everything, y'all. We
Yeah, I
be going
forgot. But
to
it was
Usually they
one
all
of
don't
the
do the
these.
fives until like now because we got the 35 coming up next
Oh, we
yeah,
year.
yeah,
do.
y'all do. Yep.
When is
So
that?
yeah.
Is it 35 now?
It's supposed to be. Remember, we talked about it. They put it out there. I thought they were trying to do a cruise again or something, but like they're
No, I
actually
ain't doing no
I
cruise. We
think
don't
they
have
put
to.
it out there asking people what they would want to do. Would they rather do the
We ain't going on
35
no
years or
cruises. We
something
ain't going
else?
on.
So because I mean,
Yeah.
you figure you can't to wait 10 years. I mean, let's
Yeah.
just be real. We're getting older, so
We always talked about that. Me and Shago talked about that, and a few of us talked about that too. Because our last one, like I said, that was the one we found out that Herb passed. Because Danielle
Yeah.
didn't come to the reunion, and everybody was like, "Well, what?" Samia was like, "Well, yeah, Herb just passed." I'm like, "What the fuck? Really?"
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it kind of brought everybody down. It's like out of all the people that and being y'all a year ahead of me, it's like certain people you remember and certain people you don't.
Right.
Herb remember who I was. I was like, that's big, man, because they were the
Yeah.
shit on the football team. They were like the men. They were like,
Yeah. Her was the shit.
this big Herb and all that. But I'm like, every time I saw him, he remember who I was. I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, like we talked all the time. Me and Daniel, all of us were cool, of course, because we're in the '92. So,
Yeah.
um, but like we said, we talked about the same thing. Like 10 years when we go to our reunions and they put the pictures up of who passed. And since I don't live in Michigan anymore, I don't keep in touch with a lot of people. And I just got back on Facebook a few years ago.
Right.
None of us keep in touch with whatever. And I don't use. I use. There's still a lot of people I don't have friends on Facebook that are classmates from high school,
Right.
or I have as friends. But to go back to these reunions and see the pictures up at the dinners or whatever, and it's like, damn, he died
Yeah.
or she died. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Yeah.
cancer. So that it's like, God damn.
There's a lot
So
of people passed too this year. A lot.
Bill,
A lot.
yep.
really,
Yeah, D'Angelo, that was my boy. Me and
Angelo
yeah,
D'Angelo
just
really.
too.
passed.
Yeah, he was
D'Angelo, yeah, he just passed. Yeah, like
What's his
just a
last name?
couple weeks ago. Yeah,
and
like
then we got
his
some people that
services, I
lost his
think, were just this
parents.
past week. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a couple of weeks ago, and then some people lost their parents. I know Charlotta lost her mom, and some other people. I think Michael. There's a few people that lost people. So, but that's I genuinely and Mike Sears is doing really good work with the alumni stuff. I'm telling you, I see
Oh yeah.
he really active and doing it. Whatever he doing is working because
and
they
his
Yeah, Mike
putting
is
up some
awesome.
podcast too.
events. Hmm.
Yeah, Mike Sears is awesome.
Yeah, he is. He is. So it's just like it's like a togetherness. I mean, shout out to the Keisha Clement, Keisha Barnett. Them my girls.
Uh-huh.
They was happy to see
Oh,
me
Peaches.
at the
Peaches.
reunion. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just nice to know people rooting for you. Like I say, shoot, most of my classmates, they
Yeah.
they be reaching out to me more than anything. How's it there? How, you know, they want to
Yeah.
come, you know, give them free information. I ain't got to say, you know, ebook. No, I'm telling you how to go.
Yeah.
Free, give you free advice, you know. So it's nice to know
Yeah.
that you got people, you know, that can do that. They like extended family for sure, you know.
Yeah.
They ain't nobody like
Yeah.
I would take a ride from somebody from King, like you know what I'm saying, if I had a flat or something. You know, you don't do that with everybody.
You don't do that with everybody. No. No. We actually it's a tight knit family. Like I said, there's a few Cass Tech people I sympathize with. You know,
Yeah.
with that rivalry. You know, like I said, I met a guy here from Detroit at near the fort. That Thursday, I think Thursday or Friday, and it was Thursday, and I saw his license plate on his car. It said Detroit Lions. I'm like, what are the odds that this guy may be from the city? And I said, hey man, I see your license plate on your car, man. You a Detroit guy? He's like, all day. He said West Side. He said Cooley. You know, with the
What up,
Cooley.
though?
I said, oh, the Cooley Counter. I said, yeah. I said, what up, though? He was like, what up, though? And he shook my hand or whatever. But I told my wife and the people around here, I said, they said, how do y'all know Detroit
That's
people? It says, what
yeah.
up, though? I said, no, they ain't got nothing to do with what up, though. I said, it's a swagger that we have first. And when you meet somebody from Detroit, the first thing you ask them was what side of town they're from. The second thing is what high school did you go to?
West Side.
That always comes up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm from the West Side.
Oh,
What
yeah.
high school
You
did you go
always
to?
gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Always
So when
gonna ask that.
somebody say Cass, I'm like, oh
I used
shit,
to get the
Cass.
heat from that because I used to get the heat from that in high school because, you know, I lived in Sherwood Forest, so they would be like, you ain't no
Really?
Detroiter.
Really? No,
I was
you
like,
know
yes, I
that was
am.
Detroit. That
I
was
mean,
Detroit. That you know
That's
that
Detroit.
yeah,
you
7 Mile
you
and
was a little,
Livernois, that's Detroit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's like a
University of
you
Detroit right over there, UD, all that's over
Yeah.
yeah,
there.
yeah. But I mean like Sherwood
I,
Forest,
I
that's
always thought it was Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
what
mean,
it
yeah,
is. That's what I
it is
said.
Detroit, but I'm saying like as far as like, West Side, Helen West Side, West Side King. But then I
Yeah,
found out over the years there was a lot of people that lived on the West Side. A lot of us cheated
yeah.
back then to go to high schools. A lot of people use
Yeah.
somebody else's auntie's address or
Yeah.
uncle's cousin's
I
address.
started out in MSAT, so you ain't have to, you could live anywhere then. So
Oh, you
you
could?
know, that's how we mostly got there. Most of the people started out with MSAT. And
I
then
didn't know that.
I got to
Huh.
regular King. Yeah. I started out, I was in MSAT for the first year. That's why I went there for the MSAT program. And
I
then
did not know
we got
that.
there with
Out
we
of
got
all,
the first report cards. I was like, no, this ain't.
out of all these years though, out of all these years, I never knew that you can actually do that. I never knew that people actually
But
that
then
were in
when I got
MSAT.
the regular King, I was an honor
Well,
student.
yeah,
Get
if you was
A's, I got
inside, you
like a
could come from anywhere.
3.5.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just
I
like for
never knew
Cass.
that.
Just like for Cass, you could do the same thing for them. Like, if you tested in, you could come from whatever side of town
Yeah,
or
my
Yeah.
whatever.
cousin went to Cass. She was supposed to go to King, but she ended up going to Cass. So I did a video with her when they came down to visit, and both of us I wore my King Crusader shirt. She wore her Cass gear. What I didn't know that she was gonna have her fucking kids and all their Cass stuff. And so she brought sweaters for them, and they put glitter all over the fucking sweaters. So Cass Tech was all glitter. So when I had the light going and hit this stuff and shimmying all the fucking Cass Tech, I'm like, wow, really? Her
Oh
little
my
babies had
God.
Cass Tech stuff on.
That's
She had Cass
great.
Tech shit on. I'm like, wow, really? You know. So it was
Yeah.
a dork though. But we sit here and I'm like,
Shout out to our boy Steve. He from Cass Tech. We give him a shout out.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Yep.
yeah. So
Oh,
I know like Cass is like the West Side the West Side premium. I mean, at the time when we were in high school, it was Cass King and Renaissance. You
yep.
know, like
Yep. Them was
none of
the
the other
top
schools,
three.
none of the other schools mattered. Nobody else
Right.
mattered. So
Right,
it's like, yeah,
right.
I went to SC. You went to
Remember
Southeastern. Okay.
Brother Rice used to be good in football back then when we was, I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
they are now. Remember they was back then. They
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to,
brother, right. Yeah.
yeah.
Alpha Casa, I think Alpha Casa was the coach at either Brother Rice or what was it, Brother Rice or Catholic Central, and
Mm-hmm.
he's the coach of Ferris now. Ferris is whooping everybody's ass. in
Oh yeah,
in
Yeah,
football.
they've been like that for a minute since they
Yeah,
really got Tony and Niece. You know, my
Tony and
stepson,
Niece.
he
Yeah,
graduated from there. He played he played there. He graduated. He's been
yeah.
out of college 4 or 5
That's what
years
that's.
now.
I meant Tony and Niece, not Alpha Casa. Alpha Casa retired from Brother Rice. It was Tony and Niece that was, I think he was at Catholic Central. I think
He was from Muskegon, man, or
he was from
something up
Muskegon.
like yeah, he not Muskegon or one of the schools, Saginaw, one of those,
And I
because they
remember
were
that
a
name.
powerhouse.
Yeah, I
They
remember the
were a
name.
powerhouse high school from up like
The
more, what
Muskegon
was
Big
that
Red.
like? Yeah, Western Michigan or something like that. The
Yeah,
Western
it was probably
shout
the
part of
Big
the
out to
Red.
state.
Raheem Anderson too. Raheem, you know his sons.
Yep.
I think one of his sons, Kamari, played for UK, and
Well,
He
then
played for
he's
he's at
at so
Arizona
his
State.
boys, both of them left. So Lil Raheem was at Michigan, but now he's finishing up
He's
at
at
Western
Western.
this year.
Western,
And,
yeah.
And
and
Kamari
Kamari's at
left
Arizona State.
UK and went to Arizona.
Oh,
Arizona
Yeah,
State. Arizona
Arizona
State.
State. Yep.
Arizona
Yep.
Yeah, that's
State.
where he's
Okay, well,
at
shout
now.
out to them because I mean, they're my little nephews. I remember when they was little, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they grown now. They're doing good.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah. It's cool
to
to see
see
that.
our
And
offspring and our
another shout out to
kids
Deion Johnson's
grown.
son.
Huh?
Oh yeah, D
Shout out to Deion
definitely
Johnson's son
will.
up in Arizona.
One
Yep.
of the top rookies,
Yep.
right now in the league too, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man, we
because
got
he
so
should have
much talent.
had he maybe not been injured and stuff like that coming out of college, he probably definitely would have went probably first round. But
Yep.
he in there now and he doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him too. Arizona
Yep.
Cardinals, go Birds.
Number 3.
Mhm.
Yep.
Shout out to Clay Thompson for Meg the Stallion. Her man.
You say who?
Her man. She always talk
Megan
about
Thee Stallion
look.
and Clay Thompson.
I be singing
They
that song to my
they
husband. I be like,
together now.
my baby, my
Yeah.
baby.
Who is Clay Thompson though? Is he from
From
Detroit?
Golden State Warriors.
Oh
Or
yeah,
played,
you know
well,
Clay
now he with
Thompson,
Dallas.
Meg the
He with the Dallas
Stallion.
Mavericks now.
Okay, yes, I know I just don't know if he was from Detroit or not. The way y'all said it.
No.
I
She
was
was
just saying that because
she was just talking.
they a new couple and
Oh
she
yeah,
always
they knew
talking about
couple.
her man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she cool
you
as hell.
remember Michael Thompson? He played for the
I'm a
Lakers
big fan
back
of
in the
hers.
day. That's his son. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of hers, man. Because I mean,
I am too.
her personality and the fact she went back and got her degree.
Yeah.
A lot of them got degrees now, whatever. But I mean, she went back and got her degree, got herself together,
She
and
got her body to right and everything.
I
yeah,
got love for Glorilla, y'all.
I love
It's something
Glorilla.
about her story.
Yeah.
It's something about her story to me. She was, she came from she came from that family. She came from a family of like what 8 or 9 of them, right? And it's amazing because it wasn't a broken family. She had her dad in the house, and right now to this day, they kept the dad and mom. But she was the last of them, I believe. And she said they gave her a middle name, Hallelujah, and she, that's her middle name,
Glory,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah.
Glory,
And it's
hallelujah.
interesting that she was the one to bring them out of, this
her
this
daddy
thing,
be
poverty
her daddy
in
be a
a
trip.
lot of ways
Her
in
daddy
Memphis
be
and what she
on
went through.
tour with her. Her daddy be on tour.
She got a lot of love, man. It's just something about her that I like about her. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Really well. Yeah, I'm a fan of her too, man.
Yeah. She jamming though. Bitch, I'm from Memphis. What you know about me, Big G?
Yeah.
D-L-E.
And you know what else is cool though, to see how many white people jam the trap music at the clubs.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I went through a whole trap set last night for like an hour, and I saw, and I told my wife earlier, I was like, I never knew how many white girls had a desire to work in black strip clubs because they twerk and there's nothing there, but they get on the wall and they shake it, they shake their little booties and they lift out and shit, and they look back at. I'm like, well, there's nothing there. I mean, what are you doing? But when I play on that Glorilla,
it's just to be doing it, just doing it. That's all they want to do is do it.
Yeah, I play the trap music and stuff, and I entertain myself.
In Vegas. I remember when we went to Vegas. They was like, my homeboy was like, they ain't got nothing there. Hey, where the rumps at? They just got the top. They ain't had the back.
They ain't got they got nothing. So I entertain myself doing that because I'll sit there and do the shit, and I'll go from one song to another for an hour on purpose to watch them sit there and do that shit. I'm like, wow, what are you doing? And to watch the little boys, the little boyfriend sit there and go, yeah. I'm like, dude, there's nothing there. What do you, you know, what do you, you know,
That's
but
our
Stop it.
culture,
They
man.
went and bought something. They went and
It's our
bought
culture
something.
though, because I was listening to, I don't know if y'all ever catch the inserts of John Hope Bryant. I listen to him a lot, right? Financial guy now, but really did a lot. But he was talking about that, our culture and what we bring, and like everybody is so interested in Black culture. It's just no matter what. And it's like we got that when we walk in, everybody interested, even though if they act like they not, they do. They want to be.
Yeah.
But it's about us bringing it now to bring together financially and power and things that we got to look within ourselves to see how we can go further, right? But
We
like
see it here in Asia. It's
everybody
here.
love and gravitate to our culture. They do.
Yeah,
They be rapping. You know, hip hop come from American culture, and I'm telling you, they be doing it here. Like when I was in the mall the other day, this little girl, she was rapping, and I was like, wow, she was only about 10 years old. She was rapping, and I said, it's like an Afro Thai culture here, where it's like hip hop and you know Thai culture. It's everywhere.
Yeah, tell them about Kool Herc though. Tell them about the guy that invented hip hop, Kool Herc, the man himself, 1979.
Wow.
You know, Kool Herc and his sister.
That's like what's his name?
So with the 50 years of hip hop, which was 73 for me, you know, so I love, I had my LL Cool J shirt because that was my, it was always Fat Boys Run
my
DMC, who I
twin.
first started listening to, but who really caught me, who I was just like infatuated with back then when it came to rapping, was Cool J. So I had my Cool J shirt that year, 73. But you say 79, so is it, because there was a lot of discussion over that.
74.
So is it
74.
Okay,
it's 74. So yeah, 50 years. Because like last year, was it last year we went to the concert, or was it the year before last? Because I got an autographed book from LL Cool J at and down here in the National Harbor.
Now he got a cruise to go on. Somebody down in Miami right now, they about to go on the third annual LL Cool J Rock the Bells tour.
The Rock the Bells. I didn't hear good things about it though, so I wouldn't go on it.
You didn't hear? Okay, it's a guy I know. He actually a pretty known basketball player from before us. He just posted him and his wife. They went 3 years. Him and his wife there now. They in Miami now. Tomorrow the boat leave, and they big about it. They pump it every year about the LL Cool J Rock the Bells cruise or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard Manny Fresh and all them are gonna be there. So I heard that, you know, but I didn't hear good things about it. I heard he don't even go to them.
Yeah. Oh, LL Cool J don't be there.
No, he don't be there.
He don't be there. Okay. Yeah.
You might stop in for a quick appearance, do a little song, and leave or something. Right.
No, but yeah, he don't be there. So I mean, like, but the 50 years is like, sorry, it was 1974. So Kool Herc and his sister used to throw parties at their mom's house, and that's how he started DJing at the parties and started DJing from that, and started hip hop at that. Because you have people that used to hype the parties up, the MCs, they would hype the parties up and stuff for them, and that's how it all kind of started there. So yeah, you're right. It's not 79, it's 74. So the year I was born, 74.
That's amazing. I'm telling you, I remember just like listening. Remember with music videos and MTV, and I remember when Kumo D. I used to love Kumo D. I used to downtown. What? Night Street Party, all that.
Man, but I tell you though, did y'all see Big Daddy Kane and his son?
Right.
Big Daddy Kane can still go though. He can still.
He was on the porch. When he on the porch? When he on the porch?
Yeah, he can still go though. And he was on Shannon Sharp too for an interview. He was on there for an interview. But he can still go, man. He can still go.
Remember he came to King?
Did he come to King?
Yes.
Did he?
Yeah, he was.
I don't even remember.
Him and Scuba Scrap were at King. Yeah, him and Scuba Scrap came to King, and I remember
they used to have everything for us. We was blessed in high school. We had so many resources back then. Remember the colleges used to come to the school.
Yep. Because
and you could walk around and they give you free stuff. They would give you like T-shirts and stuff. I remember all of that. I was like, wow.
So down there, I don't remember if it was our year or if it was 92 or if y'all had already graduated or not. But yeah, he came to King And I don't know why he was there. I don't know for what reason, but I remember him being there, and I remember School with Scrap being there with him because of that dance that they do, that whatever, that
Yeah,
shit. And
yeah.
I remember them
Right.
The
I
kid
remember him
play, the
doing Get the
kid play
Job
dance.
Done. Yeah, I remember him doing Raw. I remember him doing all these songs. I remember somebody that was sitting next to me, either with Shago, because me and him used to always be together. Or somebody said, "Man, that dude got some big ass feet," And he was wearing some whatever color wallabies that matched his shirt. And I remember that. I'm
Right.
like, man, I was like, the outfit looked cool as shit though, man. And the high top fade with all the lines and shit. I was like, I remember him being there.
Yeah.
I just don't know why he was there. And Carl Anthony Payne was there too. Cockroach, he came.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So like I said, I don't remember if it was the year that y'all graduated already or if it was a year like so we came out 92, so I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
if it was like
graduated. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't remember if it was that year for that. I don't know what year it was.
That's
I forgot what
awesome.
year it was, but he was there though.
I
Mm.
love going to school. Like, I don't see how people miss school. Like, I remember having like perfect
Yeah, fun,
attendance. And
man.
I ain't started skipping till like the 11th grade, once I was driving and stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
But
skipped my whole ninth grade year.
yeah, I used to
My
go to
whole
the
ninth grade
Coney
year.
Island all the time. And then remember, they used to take our shoes and stuff when we get
Yeah.
cross.
OT.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. OT. Big OT.
yeah.
Yeah. Take your
Those were
shoes and
good
make you
old
make you
days,
make you run
man.
out there and get them. Yeah.
Coney
I
Island used to
often
be
think
good back
about that
then.
with school nowadays because it kind of seems like to me if you ain't at Cass or if you're not King or if you're not certain schools now, like obviously we grew up. It was a little over 2 million, maybe 2.5 million people in the city, and it was more schools open, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was different. Now it
Yeah.
don't. It seems like it's only maybe I would say Darius enjoyed going to school. He liked going, but
Well,
it
he go
don't
to
seem
school in
like
the
it's
suburbs,
people
so
like a lot of kids enjoy it like that no more. Like
yeah,
Nah.
I
they just
think in the
do it because they
city
got to
it's
do it.
tough. My sister work at Persian High School, and it's tough in DPS now. It ain't a lot of
Yeah,
public schools like it used to be. You know, she worked
Yeah.
at one of the historic schools, Persian, and surprisingly, my sister say that she's an art teacher, but it's kids that use school as an escape. You know what I mean, from their
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
situation, and
Yep.
they come just to sometimes get a meals. Like she even bring food. Like I give her stuff. We give her stuff for the kids because a lot of times they
Yeah.
don't have food and stuff. So she do get donations and stuff. So I always, because I worked at the church, so I would always give her stuff for her kids.
Yeah.
So those resources that she used, bottled water. Some of them kids don't even have good drinking water, and so she keep
Yeah. We
bottled
used to
water in
actually
her classroom and stuff. So said one of her
when I was
kids
policing the schools,
hydrated. I was like, really? Didn't even
when
know
I was
what
policing
was
the
going
schools and stuff, we knew they would drop the parents would drop the kids off to like daycare. It was
Yeah,
like the daycare. They drop them
yeah,
off and leave, and that was that.
right, right.
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
you got to think about the social side of school now too. Everything is phones, everything is different, so they don't really have to be around each other to interact. We had to go
Right.
to school we like going because that's how we interacted. When we left and went home, we didn't see each other. We talked on the phone, the house phone or whatever. But other than that, nowadays they don't have to do that. So it's a difference. It's not. A lot of kids going to school online and, they're not in school all day like that no more.
Right,
So
Yeah. Yep.
it's just a different world now. So that
right.
definitely contributes to the whole social side of school now and
Yeah,
Yeah.
going through,
Yep.
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Even college, I would imagine is different too.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
All right, y'all, we gonna wrap it up. It's 10 o'clock here.
All
Oh,
right.
wait, 10 o'clock there, right? 10 o'clock there
Yep.
and
10
yeah,
o'clock
10
here. Yep.
o'clock
8
here.
here.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
if
it's dope, man. I'm glad
final
we got a chance to
questions,
redo
shout
this.
outs, huh?
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
was just telling
You
you,
do it.
dope. I'm glad we got a chance to redo it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. This is awesome, man. I'm glad I got a chance to see Helen in her element now. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm
loving
glad you're
it here
feeling better.
though. It's great
And y'all,
here. I'm loving changing careers. I just changed a career in my middle of my life to travel content creator. So that's why I'm sending y'all so much content. So
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
can so I can share my journey, you know,
yeah,
and, I
yeah,
know Donnie and y'all be sharing, just share and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's the one I'm trying to grow, You know,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of channels, so you might
I
see
think I
me
did on
on the
that.
What Up Dope channel, the podcast, but the Boosie UnThai'D is the main one I'm trying to grow. And you know, so but I got like 250,000 followers on several social media platforms. So I'm really just trying to concentrate on that. It's hard starting a new career and changing your niche. You know,
Yeah.
I was kind of like doing product reviews for the longest, which are good. I still do them, and they you know make money for me, and a lot of affiliate deals. But really, where the money is in YouTube long videos, so videos that are over 3 minutes. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to grow, and it has been growing. My growth actually for the first month was 1,800%. So that's
Damn.
really good. Yes, I ain't
I wish
even
I
did
could get
that
that many
before.
followers somewhere.
Huh?
I said, I wish I could get that many subs and followers somewhere. Fuck. I can't
Yeah,
even.
when my followers went up, but I got enough followers for monetization, but not enough
Yeah.
watch hours. So I'm trying to get my watch hours up. And
Yeah.
the projections say I should be there by April, but I'm hoping it's before then. So,
You know what I'm gonna start doing to get my followings up? And this is I'm gonna be honest with y'all, is I'm gonna do an entire show, like an hour playing boots on the ground.
ooh, yeah, there you go.
That's it. That's it. I don't know. I'm just gonna play boots on the ground. That's it. Because
That'd
obviously
be,
people don't listen to music and the creativity behind DJing anymore. They just want to hear boots on the ground.
yeah.
And
Where
Right.
them fans at? Where them fans at?
that's it. That's it. So if I play that shit for an hour, I'll probably get 1,000 followers from that one show. Just playing that shit on loop for an hour.
Don't get you a
Yeah.
little AI person doing dance while you.
I can't stand playing the fucking song. I hate playing it. I hate playing live music. And any DJ out there, unless they're some of the older ones like Fitz and all them, they play it on Fate. I see them at their events playing Fate, but you'll rarely see me, um, because of the Navy thing. I did it. I played the line music, whatever, because that kind of gets everybody on the dance floor. But what I tell people, and I tell other DJs that I'm teaching in this craft, what are you going to do after the line music goes off? How are you going to keep everybody on the dance floor? What are you going to do creativity
Right.
while, or creatively while, or create?
Man, we
How
used to
are
have the
you going to
Soul
use your
Train
imagination
line
and
back in the
creativity?
day. They stayed on the.
Yeah,
Oh, we had Soul
yeah,
Train.
that. But how are you going to use your creativity after that fucking line? Because you can't loop that line song for an hour. If your
Mm-mm.
event's 2 hours long, how you going to keep everybody engaged and on the dance floor for that next hour and a half?
You
Because
had
that's
to
just going to
mix it
eventually
up. You
go
gonna have
off.
to play the old school. My eyes don't cry no
So
more.
no, not even. They don't. I'll play that
I
shit
haven't
here
been
at
in
an event.
a club to know
No,
what is it like to be in a club. What do a DJ do now? Like
so if you see the
of
videos,
their generation, what do a DJ do? You know what
so
I'm
see you see the videos I posted up down there. If you and
saying?
Helen saw the videos I
Yeah, I
posted up
see
at the club that I've been at, those club I
them.
did, like I said, the 3 events yesterday, and those clubs are those videos. Even though they're not time stepped on Facebook, on my if I record them on my phone, I do those like an hour a piece, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 12:30, 12:45, 1 o'clock, and I'm showing everybody like from 10 o'clock when I start this shit, it looks like this. It may be 5, 6 people dancing. At 11 o'clock, it looks like this. At 12 o'clock, it looks like this. You know why it looks like that? Because I know what the fuck I'm doing. And this is an example that if you hire me for your function, this is what you're going to get. And you leave me alone and let me do my job, this is what you're going to
And
get at
you're
12
gonna get
o'clock,
that.
at
Right.
12:30, at 1 o'clock in the morning. They're still doing the same shit that they were doing at 11 o'clock. Everybody's still on the floor gigging. They're still going because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't have to play live music the whole time because I know that after the live music goes off, I got to do something. So if I don't play live music at all and I don't cheat to get everybody on the dance floor, if I did play live music, this is going to even add to it. Because now I'm getting more people that may be line dancing in their chairs. I may get them up. And now I keep them up by doing this shit. I keep them by
Right.
feeding it. So, so for me, it's like, I'm not going to play any line. I can't play boots on the ground at the club. I can't play cha-cha slide at the club. I can't do that because nobody relates to that shit.
Right.
If I
Oh,
play
okay.
Megan Thee Stallion, if I play Gorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, I play a Drake song. If I dropped Nokia at the club, and everybody's like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's the shit." Is it
Right.
is it and they're going? I got to keep going with this shit. I got to keep feeding it. If I drop
Right.
boots on the ground in the middle of that, what is everybody gonna do?
Right.
They're gonna pop smoke. They're
Right.
gonna clear the fucking dance floor. You know,
Right.
what did he just
Right.
do? I just killed the
I know
vibe.
what I
You
wanted
know,
to ask you before we go about the government shutdown, because I know you said that you and your
yeah,
family are furloughed now. So
yeah,
do you know anything about that? Like I don't know if because I don't hear really a lot of the news in America, but through my family. So
yeah. It's really both sides in this situation are dug in pretty deep, and they're not going to they're not going to nobody's going to fold right now. From what we understand or whatever, the Democrats don't want to fold right now because they don't want to vote for that shitty Republican bill. But the Republicans are blaming on the Democrats because they won't fold and vote for the shitty Republican bill. So they're kind of going back and forth on this stuff. And we're caught in the middle of it because they're using us as pawns, you
yeah.
know. So when we all got checks on Friday and it said zeros all over it, it was an eye-opening experience. Like, wait a minute, there's nothing in this check. It's zero. Why did you even send it? We call them
Right. And
LESs?
paper costs more than
Yeah, we call them LESs. We call them it's a leave earn statement. So you get your LES and everybody's LES says zero. It's like, well, why did you even send this shit to us? It's an insult, you know. But the Congress and the presidents and them are still getting paid. We're not getting paid, but they're all still getting paid. So, so the longer they sit out this stuff, and they don't want the Epstein files to be public, so they don't want to swear in that new congresswoman from Arizona. And if they keep them at bay, and the Speaker of the House keeps them at bay and keeps them on vacation, they don't have to worry about swearing her in, because if they swear her in, she's going to sign that she's going to be 218 signature to release the Epstein files. But if they keep her away and they keep Congress or they keep the Republican side or whatever on vacation, keep away from from voting, then they keep her away too, and they keep the Epstein files hidden. So, like I said, we're all still caught in the middle of this shit. So my wife got called back in last week to work 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. And regardless of it being whatever time it is, it's for free. So none of us still getting paid. Or none of us getting paid.
right.
So none of that's retroact, like everything comes back. You don't get anything back from that at all.
We're supposed to. There's a bill that said we're supposed to get back pay.
That one passed though. Right.
It passed, but the orange asshole is trying to retract it now. He's trying to take it away. So he's trying to say that we're not going to get back pay.
While he's tearing down the other one wing and building a $250 million ballroom or whatever.
350.
Take my boy Godfrey. Godfrey, talk about him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 350 million now, and he gave $40 million to Argentina. He's the first president in history to travel during a government shutdown, so he's over in Asia right now. Pleading with the South Korean. Yeah, he's over there. That's what I kept saying. He's over there now. You know, so he's the first president in history to travel during a government shutdown. Yeah, he's yeah. So I mean, like I said, we're all pawns in the middle. We're all in the middle of it. You know, so right now, like I said, Monday will be. I haven't been to work since October 1st. My birthday was the 2nd.
My birthday the 2nd. Your birthday October 2nd?
Yeah.
We never knew that we had the same birthday. Stop.
Never knew.
That is crazy. Go Libra. Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. So you turned what?
Happy belated birthday.
You turned 51?
Yep.
I turned 52. Yep. Wow.
Yep.
That is amazing. And my son, my baby, he is October 3rd. So he's the day after mine.
Nice. Yeah, that is cool. I never knew that. Happy belated birthday.
When you said that, wow.
Yep.
I'm sure you were seeing the birthday things for my birthday, but you didn't put it together.
What's that?
I say I'm sure you were seeing my little birthday post, but we probably was doing our own thing.
I don't. My birthday on Facebook. My actual birthday on Facebook is all wrong. The location I live at on Facebook is all. The only thing right on there is where I'm from and my high school.
You know what? I'm gonna have to learn from you about the safety thing. You give me all these
tips. My birthday is wrong on there, and my family that knows my birthday still doesn't tell me happy birthday on my birthday.
Oh, that's why I know. Okay.
Yeah, my birthday and everything. The year is wrong, the date's wrong. So yeah, it's not. It's all that stuff. The location I live at is wrong. It's all that shit wrong. So I live near Fort.
What you got the D on there? You got Detroit.
Yeah, I got Detroit on there.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I got Detroit. I'm from Detroit. Yeah, but as far as where I live at now, I think I said I live in either 2 cities ago when we first moved down here, or if I say near Fort Meade. Right now we live near Fort Meade. we don't live in Fort Meade. We live near Fort Meade,
Mhm.
you know, but we work at Fort Meade. So
That's
yeah, I can either, you know, so it's like I live there, I live near, I work at Fort Meade, but you don't know where I work at Fort Meade. So, you
right,
know,
right,
so
exactly.
yeah, I work for the
Wow.
government. Yeah, I can work for the government in any capacity. I don't, you know, nobody knows exactly where I work. So,
Right,
you know,
exactly. Yeah, you have to be
yeah.
safe though. So
Yeah,
that's
I'll
a
tell y'all offline where I work. I'll tell y'all in person where I work. But I mean, as far as like people on Zoom, on
but
Facebook,
not,
nobody ever know.
yeah, that's
Nobody will
true.
never know
You know
where
what? That's
exactly I work at
better
on
safe
Facebook.
than sorry though, you know, especially
Yeah.
like I said, you know, I'll be looking at all of those tips when traveling because when you're traveling abroad, a lot of people don't realize in this country, they don't have things that we have in our country. They don't have freedom of speech. You can't talk
Oh
bad
no.
about this country. And I see a lot of people on like social media and they be talking about the pros and cons and I'll be like, no, you ain't gonna see me say if you need to
Oh
find
no.
out some bad stuff, it's enough people to tell you that and they take that risk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get home to
Yeah.
my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 So I did put something up about the shutdown on my page because I'm frustrated and I'm angry. And like I tell people, I mask my anger, my Incredible Hulk anger by DJing, by playing
That's
music.
right. That's
You know,
your
but I'm
outlet.
really I'm irritated right now. I'm pissed off to no end because, like I said, there's like being it's like being injured. Like at Darnell, former college athlete, it's like not being 100% in control of your body. It's frustrating. I want this injury to go away now. I want
Mm,
this ailment to go away now, and it's there.
right.
Yeah.
We want this furlough
Yeah.
to stop. We want to go back to work now, and we want to we don't want to have to push all our bills to the side and call the creditors and say, well, we can't pay you this month because of this, and some of them believe you, and someone was like, well, is this a scam? Are you trying to scam me? I'm not trying to scam you. I have paperwork from work saying that I'm furloughed because of appropriation, lapse in appropriation. We have proof of it, to send you. Okay, well, yeah, we'll give you a month. We'll give you a couple weeks. That's not doing anything. What the fuck is that supposed to do?
Right.
We don't know
Right.
when we're going back to work. We don't know when we're going back to work. There are people that are government employees that are in fucking food lines right now because they can't afford to live right now.
Oh,
So
that's
we don't know
sad.
when this is going to end. We don't know that we have no idea. So it's very frustrating. So I did put something on there. I never usually do, but I put something on there about the shutdown and how the frustration is, how frustrated I am and pissed off I am about it. Because like I said, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to grin and bear. We just have to take it. And this right here is my this and my family is my fortress of solitude. But I said I can go east side any day. You know, I can go
Right.
east side any day, and that is there.
It's
And when
there.
somebody pulled me over in traffic and said, "Yeah, I mean, did you just cut me off, motherfucker?" And I was on the phone. I'm telling this dude, I'm like, I thought you were gonna compliment my car or something, you know. And the dude rolled down the window. I'm like, well, what's going on? You all right? Man, you just cut me off. And I looked at my phone and I'm talking to my wife, and I'm like, hold on, let me call you back. And I said, I couldn't hear you. The guy said, yeah, you just cut me off, man, motherfucker. You cut. I said, hey, man, look, be easy, have a nice day, and said, go on about your business, man. I said, just go. I don't know you, you don't know me. I said, just go. Because right now, I mean,
Right.
it's not, I got too much to lose. I got a top secret clearance. I can't, I got, I can't, I got to protect that. I can't fuck my clearance up for you and stomping you out in the middle of traffic. I can't do that
Right.
because, again, I have no
Inhumane.
idea if you could be a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever. But I'm how can I say it? I'm not gonna let nobody beat my ass. I'm not gonna let
Mhm.
that happen. So, like I said, it's always that little bit of east side that's there. And this right here
Right.
is actually like this. This is the point right now in my life where I'm just like, man. I mean, stay home. It's like during COVID. Stay home, stay safe. Stay sane. Go to comedy clubs, go to the movies, go to the mall, go to safe places. I go,
Mhm.
hang out somewhere where I'm inviting something to happen. It might happen. That's the point
Yeah.
I'm at right now. Like I said, when I do pull me over, I'm like, what is he pulling me over for? He's gonna say, hey man, I dig your car because I got the Mustang out that day or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Is he gonna say something about that? You want to tell me about me cutting you off? I'm like, honestly, bro, I didn't even see you. I mean, I'm looking at traffic. You're turning on a green light, and I saw you sitting there, and I turned before you turned, and you turned behind me, and you said I cut you off. Go fuck yourself. Go. Have a
Right.
nice day, man. I told the dude, I said, just have a nice day, man. Just go. And he wants to sit there and chastise me,
Yeah,
bro, just
people too
go.
mad right now. You can't
Yeah.
be gotta pick your battles. But that's one
And
thing
he did this.
I've learned
Bingo.
that I don't miss is driving. I'm just gonna say that. I get
Yeah.
rides everywhere I call. It's a service like Uber called Grab out here. And
Yeah.
I think I spent $120 this month for transportation. And that's it.
Wow.
Everywhere that I would have driven to, I have
Yeah.
got rides. And it's like maybe $2, $1, depending on where
Yeah.
I go. And the most I think I paid was $6. And I think that was because it was in the middle of Bangkok traffic and it takes longer.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
$6. And so I'm like, I don't miss driving. It's gonna be hard for me to when I get back to America to drive and because I get stuff
Yeah.
done. I could be on my phone and check my
Yep. Yep.
emails while I'm in the car, and I'm loving that.
Yep.
I don't wanna drive no more. I really don't.
Yep. You can see stuff that you never saw before, when you're
Mhm.
passenger, So yeah, that
Yep.
was so it's a very trying time now, man. Like I said, it's trying
Yeah.
everybody's patience right now. It's trying everybody's patience right now and everything. It's just and it's kind of like I said, just even though people say Friday, Saturday, Sunday has a feeling, Monday morning has a feeling. Monday morning still has the same feeling it did 3 weeks ago.
It don't for me. I don't even know. I had to ask my husband what day it was. I don't know the
Yeah,
days of the week here. Because
yeah,
when you on like a long, I ain't talking about no, and this is what I wish for everybody. Like not a vacation where you go somewhere for 2 weeks. I'm talking
yeah,
about going on a vacation for 90 days at
yeah,
least.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is something different about that because you get to wake up in a new place, you get to experience the culture, immerse yourself in the
yep,
culture. And
yep,
Mhm.
it's a different experience when you staying somewhere for 30 days at a time versus you rushing. When you on vacation, you got 2 weeks and then you got to sleep in between there. You got to fly. You got to get to the
Yeah.
different places. It's like you
yep,
get so tired on vacation. But when you get
yeah, yep,
you get to go on a true sabbatical, like what I'm doing, and you get to go
yeah,
long term, you get to see how people really act. You get to
yep,
see how the culture is, how the streets are. Like I done walked in Bangkok. I done walked at night to 7-Eleven. I done, did all the like a lot of free stuff and just
yeah.
not tired, not sleepy,
I'm
getting
I'm
massages
I'm
4 times a week.
I'm happy and I'm proud. I'm proud of you. Extremely proud of your stuff to see Crusader abroad. And it's fucking awesome.
Yes,
This
it
is something that
is.
we talk about, like, even working where we work, people, we know have been to Morgan State, they've been parties here, parties there, but there ain't too many people I know that can actually enter the grounds or enter the facilities that I'm in right now that are able to do that. So I'm thankful for that, to be able to do that,
Yeah, that's
to
awesome.
be able to be, to have the privilege of having the U.S. government trust me with a top secret security clearance, and my
Yes,
family too.
yeah.
Is awesome. I mean, these are East Side Detroit people. These are King Crusaders doing this shit. This is
We doing it. We
and
doing it. West side
seeing
and
our kids,
east side.
seeing Darnell's identical twin, doing what he's doing,
Yeah.
and I don't think he might get
Shout
taller
out
than
to
you, man.
Darius.
I think, yeah, I think Darius might get taller than
Darius,
you. Yeah,
yeah, they always said that growth plate. I remember when he hurt himself, sophomore year, and he was saying how much growing. And it's always a lot of people that say growth. Mine didn't come. Mine came before high school because I left high school six
yeah,
six, 6'7".
yeah. I
He's
remember that.
6'4", I would say 9, but he could definitely get that when he get out by next summer
Yeah,
or over the summer into his college year, first year, out.
yeah,
He could definitely grow another couple more inches. So
And
I
Glow,
I,
and
yeah.
I
Glow
expect
tall
him to do.
too. Glow tall too. So y'all both, Glow kind
But
of
go
tall
like
too.
5'6", 5'7".
Oh,
She
okay. She look
5'6".
Yeah,
like she tall. Okay.
She
But
about, I
that's
would
tall.
say
That's a more than average height, I guess, for a
that's
woman.
that's probably about average. I would say for
Yeah.
for
Okay.
for a lady.
yeah,
Yeah. So but I think he probably will grow some more. If he's not exactly 6'7", he'll probably tip out maybe 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's still.
Yeah,
I
because you
mean,
was
yeah, man.
tall when we was young, Donnie. Like you was 14
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
6'7".
yeah. I remember
Yeah.
middle school, Whitney Young, man. We go back to them days. Whitney Young,
Yep.
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
dude
was
was,
always I was always the tallest.
Yep.
Well, you figure being there, Pierre was tall.
And
Pierre,
yeah.
yep, yep. Oh,
Other
Pierre,
other
yeah.
other guys that was tall when I got there,
Yeah,
but I mean, Yeah, because other than that, I mean, high school, I grew all the way to almost 6'7" before I even graduated, and I haven't grew no more. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
well, you can't
yeah. That's
expect
one
to
name
grow
I
no
heard.
more
I heard
after
Pierre's
that.
name.
Yeah.
I heard Pierre's name in years, man. Wow.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, we supposed to
my
have him on the show because his son is
son is overseas now. He finished college. He's overseas playing right now. So
oh
yeah,
yeah.
Rob was
Wow.
saying he got to get him pulled on to the show. So now that we
Yeah.
kind of back going, we can get him on the list to come on and have his son come on and talk about his journey. You know, being in Michigan State, then leaving Michigan State, going to Butler, now graduated Butler, and you know now he was actually trying to go back for another year of college, but I guess that all didn't work out. So now he's overseas playing. So
Right.
I'm not
Wow.
sure where, but
That's cool.
he's playing overseas this year. Yeah. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
mm.
That's
All
cool.
right.
But
Well,
yeah.
this was a
All
wonderful
right.
show, y'all. I'm about to stop
Yeah,
Yep.
it.
man. I appreciate y'all. This was fun. This was
Yeah,
fun.
it was
Show,
definitely.
man.
Hold on, let me
Well,
see.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Good
hollering
seeing
at
both of
y'all.
y'all.
Much love to y'all.
Thank you for watching the What Up Doe podcast and listening to our wonderful guest, DJ Justice, also known as Derek Jones. Now let's watch him in action.
DJ Justice.
Oh, hey. Every girl's gotta go through it, and every man's gotta go through it. It's the thing called love. Listen to me now, listen to me. I still remember the day that you said you was a bad boy. Man, I should've listened when you said you was a bad boy. You took control of me. I thought you would change for me. Everything's different now. Reminiscing ain't the same, boy. How I let you come and hurt me like this, boy. I'm open now. I wanna get away, but you're forcing me to stay. I thought you had my back this time, but man, I'm wrong this time.
There's something in your eyes, babe. It's telling me you want me, baby. Tonight is your night. See, you don't have to ask for nothing. I'll give you everything you need. So girl, don't be shy. Oh, just baby, come inside. Oh, turn down the lights, 'cause there is something that I want from you right now. Give me that honey love. Give me that honey love. Give me that honey love. I gotta have your love, baby. Give me that honey love. I bought a ticket, got an aisle seat. I was ready for that good old western flick. Then all at once, an angel sit down next to me. So I had to think of something quick. What shall I do? I said, excuse me, have I seen you somewhere before? And then she smiled at me with big brown eyes. We talked and talked as if that guy shot up the town. And sure enough, she was in my arms as they brought that curtain down. Oh,
I've waited for this moment
gotcha.
such a long time. Now that you're here with me, listen to me. This one's dedicated to you,
Gotcha.
my angel. Bet you wonder who that is. Well, she knows.
Now that you are here with me, baby, let's do it right.
Lady, you know just what I need. I want to hold you all so tight. Baby, just touch Bobby anywhere. 'Cause cutie, you'd turn me on. I like to run my fingers through your hair. So come on and stay with me all night. I wanna rock the shutdown all night long. I wanna roll with you, baby. Don't be afraid of me. Feeling so strong. Just get rock, baby. I promise everything will be all night long. Rockin', I told you. Make it sweet love, don't you ever stop. Let's chill. Oh, baby. Hey, hey. Let's chill. Let's chill, baby. From the first time I saw your face, girl, I knew I had to have you. I wanted to wrap you with my warm embrace. Visions of your lovely face. All my love is for you. Whatever you want, I will do. You're the only one I want in my life. For you, I make that sacrifice. Oh. Let's chill.
Some time for me to see that you give good love to me, baby. It's so good. Take this heart of mine into your hands. You give good love to me. Never be too much. Baby, you singer on the avenue, humming her little tune, wishing one day to be everything she dreams. Her goal so far, so unattainable. She thinks, but I say, live for the dream, follow the dream, beautiful dreamer. Live for the dream, follow the dream, beautiful dreamer.
When you call my name, when you love gently, when you talk to me, to do more, I'm really love you. I'm really love you. When you look at me, open up instantly. I'm falling off so quickly. To do more, I'm really love you. To do more, I'm really love you. I'm really love you. All night beside you, I lay. I love you deep when you come to my bed. To do more, I'm really love you. I'm really love you. I'm really love you. When you touch me, when you make to go, when you let this thing go, to do more, I'm really love you.